up, YouTube? We are here live at 7:30 in the morning. Yes, this is probably the earliest either of us have woken up in years, days, years, whatever, months. Don't tell our employers, but that's the truth. Here we are for Tottenham versus Arsenal, the only thing that could get us up this early. And I have the pleasure of introducing you, my good friend, Adel, fellow Spurs fan. Adel, say what up to the people.
What's up, YouTube? Come on, you Spurs.
The first guest on the channel, yes. The first guest on the channel. I had to get Adel here to watch this game. This is one of the bigger games of the season, if not the biggest, especially with where Tottenham and Arsenal are in the table right now, top of the table. Big rivalry. And here we go. Game starting right now. Adel, your thoughts before we get started. Obviously, no hiding our allegiances here. Both Spurs supporters, so you know where we're lying here. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, whenever we go to the Emirates, like we don't expect to win, unfortunately. So I think best case is the draw as usual. I'm thinking a 1-1. We were just talking a little bit offline. Like our bench today is absolute crap. We don't have any attackers on the bench, so if Conte needs to change anything up front, it's very slim. So
I
might be in a little bit of trouble.
We usually struggle at the Emirates. That being said, I agree. I think a draw is more than possible. That I'm not ruling out a loss. I mean, a win. I'm not ruling out a win today, but
Let's pray.
let's not get overconfident.
Yeah.
Let's take the game as it goes. Harry Kane, Richarlison, Son up top. I mean, I'm not complaining about that front three. No Kulusevski, which is tough.
It's a big miss.
I mean, huge miss. The guy brings something extra since he came to the club, but not playing today. So Richarlison's going to have to step in, and I doubt Conte brings on a sub on the front three.
They're all going to have to play 90 today, so if one of them picks up a knock, then we might be in trouble.
I think his only move is probably going to be to move Perisic up the pitch and put Sessegnon on at left wing back.
That's the good thing about Perisic. He can play anywhere. The guy just lives to get crosses into
in a
the
game
box.
like today where he might have to do a lot of defending, I almost feel like Perisic might be more valuable up the pitch rather than having to waste his energy defending, getting back and forth. But we'll see. He's playing left wing back to start. Emerson is starting, which we're not thrilled about, but we will have to live with. I mean, the truth is, Conte doesn't trust Jed Spence yet. Hasn't gotten any run yet. Matt Doherty, I guess, coming off the injury and just not good enough, but he's coming off an ACL.
I mean, compared to, before the injury, Matt Doherty was pretty much outplaying Emerson, so I'm not sure what goes into Conte's decision to not give him a chance yet, but I have to trust the guy.
Emerson, to me, would almost be better served, converting to a center back, almost. I just think when he's asked to do too much. Here we go. We're underway.
He would give us a bit of a heart attack there, too.
Yep. Let's start the timer. We're underway at the North London Derby. We got the count up clock for you American viewers out there. But, yeah, here we go.
Welcome, fellow Yanks.
Yeah, welcome to everyone this morning. If you're joining us in America at 7:30 in the morning. And Arsenal are on the break right here.
Passing around us already. So.
Odegaard is the guy I was really worried about today. I'm not really worried about Jesus as much as everyone else likes to make it seem.
Saka and Odegaard.
That being said, he's going to score in the next 2 minutes now because we said that.
I mean, he'll pick up the scraps, but everything that Arsenal is doing is being created by Odegaard, Saka, or Martinelli.
I think Odegaard is really underrated and probably their best creative mind. I think the rest of them are not there yet. Like Saka and Martinelli, don't get me wrong, they're going to be good. They're going to be really good. They're already good. But before we anoint them, I think Odegaard is the most complete attacker on Arsenal. These guys are prospects.
We've been crying out for Spurs to have somebody
long throw and
early chance for.
It was a long throw and Lenglet was just defending Xhaka at the front post. Really nice long throw piece there from Arsenal. That was definitely surprising.
Old school Rory Delap.
Yeah,
Shout out to Stoke.
Here we go. Corner for Arsenal.
Set piece defense. Oh, Hugo.
Lloris comes out to punch and Richarlison just clears it up. That's what we need from Lloris today. Lloris is going to have to be aggressive, no indecisiveness. Arsenal just recycling. You knew they were going to start strong.
Yeah, at home. Whoever the home team is in this fixture is always going to be starting off hot.
Yep. And especially the form they're in, I expected them to really come out sizzling here. It's about weathering the storm.
Well, you thought maybe after the international break there could be some rust, but they're looking good. It's only been 2 minutes, to be fair, but every minute counts in this one.
And just for you people wondering, we got the coffee first, and we got the Bud Light on deck. All right, you gotta
Bud
get your
Light.
coffee in.
Oh, man,
my
Hugo with an
goodness.
early save. Near
Lloris
post.
with a reflex save on Martinelli volley. And we're underway, folks. Welcome to the North London Derby. If you have not seen, if you're just joining us for the stream and you may not be a soccer fan or football fan, excuse me, I don't want to offend anybody out there. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, actually
We
hit the
respect
post.
Oh, it hit the post. All right, good.
But
But
Hugo got a touch anyway.
see, this is another thing. VAR should be so quick in this day and age that someone should just be like, nope, not corner. Boom. Goal
I don't
kick.
know if he got a touch or not. He might have got a little nick.
I didn't look like it.
But
That's poor. All right, we needed that.
Yeah.
We needed that.
if every Arsenal corner can be like that, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, if all of them are going to be like the first two balls into the box, we're in big trouble because we already had to punch
Yep.
and we had a clearance from Longley that
And
could have been easily a tap in
It
if it wasn't.
feels
Longley.
like we concede a goal at every game via set piece.
Yeah, and my thing is, I'm pretty sure we're going to concede no matter what at the Emirates.
sure.
So why don't we concede early? Let's concede
What was
early.
that from Romero? Just gave it.
Nobody gets sent off,
straight up
and
to-
let's concede early. It's just a very pessimistic view, but I mean,
Shaka
look
tried a
what
little
we're
fancy.
seeing so far. It's all Arsenal first 3 minutes. Some good balls into the box. Saka just floats one forward towards Martinelli.
Oh, Xhaka was trying a little
And,
fancy.
I
fluke.
mean, Xhaka. Wow, I didn't know Xhaka was getting forward. I mean, he's got a tug on Romero there. Like, I will be furious if that goes in.
VAR would have looked at it, but here we go.
We got a knock on Emerson.
Early
That could be
knock.
good. That could be good. Although I don't know. The thing about Emerson, everyone slates him when he's just like defending, straight up panic defending. He's a good player. He covers the back post. He's strong, athletic, big. Just,
Oh my God!
That's really poor from Lloris
Giving the ball away
distribution.
to the midfield,
And they're just going to give it
every
right
time
back
so
to us. He's a
far.
very lucky boy. I'm not of the listen. I respect Lloris. I think he's a really good shot stopper on his day. I never felt like this guy is the best in the world when I've seen him. And
Never the
people
best
who
in
try
the
to
world.
claim like world class for Lloris, I think on his day, but that doesn't make you world class. World class is consistently being that level. I don't think he's that level all the time.
I think the past couple of years, your criticism has been justified, but I think this season he's hardly put a foot wrong, and he's been
In the West
one of
Ham
our better
game,
players.
if you look back in the West Ham game, he was an issue.
Yeah.
He was very poor playing out the back in that West Ham game. That cost us a point. That's one game. I mean, we haven't lost many games this year, so
right, and
if I'm looking at poor results, that was one game where I was like kind of angry at Lloris and felt
I think
like
the
he was
overall performance that day was not great. to be
Dyer
fair.
just got
a little high foot from Jesus.
Dyer just got a test big boot to the grill.
Shout out Attitude Era.
Yeah, test. If you know test, then you know wrestling. That's how I see it.
That's the golden era.
That dude was on more. Had to be on. I mean, he was. I'm pretty sure it was documented. He was on more steroids than pretty much everyone.
R.I.P.
Yeah, good wrestler though. I liked him. He always
Had the
worked
look.
for me. He was
Had the
huge.
look.
Yeah. It's all Arsenal the first 5 minutes. Let's see where the clock is at. What are we equal? Yeah, just about.
Yeah,
We're about
not
10
bad.
seconds off. I don't get why more streamers don't have the actual count the clock. I guess they don't want you to skim, but like who cares?
Yeah, they want to like not give you the satisfaction of going
You have
right
to
when the
find
goal
it.
is scored, I guess. But
People just put it the big ones. They just put it in the.
but there are some people that might only watch the street like the YouTuber reaction and not the actual
True. Oh, what's up?
match.
What's up? We're ignoring the chat. What's up, guys? We got Esteban,
Yeah,
Tom,
Esteban, up at
John, Justin.
7:30
What's up,
in the
boys?
morning.
My bad. We're just getting it started here before we didn't expect friends this early. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tottenham finally
thought-
getting a touch of the football so far. 6 minutes in. Perisic on the left wing.
Trying to skin Odegaard there.
See,
when
like-
the throw in the
No way.
Oh,
Arteta
wow.
tried to buy
Come
that?
on,
Are
ref.
you kidding me?
Anthony Taylor's in Arsenal's pocket already.
I want to see that. They'll give him that call. Nope. Let's go. Anthony Taylor's definitely trying to leave the Emirates alive right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Has Tottenham tried possessing the ball? Newer to the sport, but it sounds like a good idea. Yeah, it definitely does seem like
It
a good
does.
idea.
But there is something to counterattack a little bit.
I mean, that's our
That's
thing,
kind of our strategy.
but I don't like it
It's
that
not
much.
the best one because if you give the other team the ball more often than not, they're going to make you pay.
The
at
thing
some
is,
point.
what's the other team doing with the ball? They look dangerous with it right now. The keepers, like we've seen Lloris already too much, so that's concerning.
Yeah, it looks like like if anyone was to score Arsenal's that team right now. Oh my God!
Here we go.
Just taking the ball off us like
Højbjerg
nothing.
panic defending, gets it
Come on,
out.
son.
Son and
Son and Kane
right
have
back.
barely had a sniff thus far. And Richarlison.
That's the thing about us, though. We do have those two guys, and if they get one sniff in the game, which usually they do, the other team usually concedes. So let's hope. Let's hope it's one of those games. Arsenal can get 25 chances, put one in the net. Tottenham get one chance, and then put that in there.
Yeah, that's a classic smash and grab here for us.
I mean, we've had a few of those this year.
Hey,
I think
that's what we do.
I think the form has been better than some people say. Like, we do score goals. A lot of that is skewed, though, from that last result.
Our forwards are world class, but have been some performances which have been absolute crap.
Esteban is chirping you, but he's here, Esteban. Where are you?
I know, Esteban.
He's probably in his
jammies. I'm shocked too, man. But for the North London derby, you have to make some sacrifices.
I mean, the way I see it, we weren't missing this game, so got to get it live at the very least. And we will, by the way, be live again. I will be. I can't accept that. Not a Giants fan. For Giants Bears tomorrow.
I'll just be a peanut gallery.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he wants me in there for that, but future Tottenham.
I cannot wait to take in Giants Bears. It'll be 13-10.
I'll be here in NBA season.
There we go. Now we actually might have a big Mets stream coming up.
Maybe
depending on if you go to maybe one of the games playoffs on the road.
Might have to get out there and interview people in the wild, see what Mets fans are thinking about.
Oh, Kane, good hold up play from Lloris. Oh,
come on.
Kane tries to go around Odegaard. Odegaard wins it back. Yeah, we'll see if Arsenal tire themselves out here early. They seem.
We should weather the storm. First half is always
Emerson gets
going in
wildly, but Martinelli's really not going anywhere.
Come on, clear it. You're a defender.
That's Emerson. That is one thing Emerson really is good at doing: getting his body in front and diving for the foul.
Winning free kicks.
Yeah.
I'll be nice. I'll be the more diplomatic of the two. We'll say
there was literally a Brazilian training session over there in the corner. We had Richarlison, Emerson, and Martinelli, just like Martinelli trying to go around both of them.
Only one of them is international, by the way. That would be Richarlison. Hey.
That's
Son's heels clipped there.
Be careful. This is how you got burned at Tottenham Stadium last year. Holding.
Yeah, we gotta draw some yellow cards. That might be the.
It's gotta be it's gotta be Arteta's or at least the MO on how to defend Son, right? Like you got to get real tight to him the whole time, man mark him.
Well, they want to let them know that they're there and put a foot in on him.
For sure, but
don't make them think twice about trying to go on any of those.
Like
runs.
if you just watched the way Holding was defended, maybe it was just because it was Rob Holding. Perisic, that was poor.
Rob Holding thought he. Speaking of WWE, Rob Holding thought he was in a wrestling match there last season.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you watched any of the documentary?
Nah.
I heard that episode is quite enjoyable.
I probably might have to tune into just that episode. Damn, I made a strong pot of coffee this morning.
This is the morning for it.
Yeah.
7:30 here on the East Coast.
It was one of those nights where you put the coffee in the night before. That's how jacked up you are and know you're going to have to need it. So.
Esteban is a Leicester City fan.
Sorry to hear that,
that's all.
Don't worry. I hear ESPN Plus subscriptions are easy to get for the championship.
Another cross into the box from Odegaard. We
got someone tuning in from Indonesia. Let's go. Shout out to our fans in Indonesia. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank
you. Who are you supporting today?
Appreciate
Arsenal,
that.
Tottenham, just watching the game as a neutral? We're Tottenham fans, but we call it like we see it. We're not gonna just
bash Arsenal to bash Arsenal, but
if something crazy happens, we will get into our.
It's a
bias.
Somewhat biased.
Yeah, of course, but we're not that bad. You'll see a lot worse. Let's put it that way.
It makes it difficult.
Nice touch from Kane. He lays it off to Richarlison. They can't. We're not rotating the ball here. I could already tell.
Let's go. Play advantage.
Look who's got it.
Come on, Emerson. Okay. Yeah.
If Emerson was getting up.
Anthony Taylor pulled it back there for a foul.
They pull it back.
Arsenal fans not happy.
We're from New York. The High Koloff. I don't know if that's like some type of.
Yeah, New York City, the big city.
What time is it in Indonesia right now? got to be like 7 p.m., right? Something like that. No idea.
Yeah, it's a good guess.
Just going off like Asia.
It's always about a 12 to 13 hours.
Esteban's got his son anytime goal scorer hammered.
Are we? We're good to talk some betting on this.
Oh
game?
yeah, of course. You could talk betting on this.
So, yeah,
it's
we
legal in
definitely
New York.
need some goals in this game.
Yeah, Adel's got the over 1.5 and
Part of a parlay. So
yeah, it's a parlay,
other
but
things.
I did not bet on this game. If I was going to, I would. Yeah, it's obviously Coyce, but
Come on.
oh,
Come on.
Johnson!
Oh, he's probably offside, but still.
Oh, the
Now they're
chance!
playing on.
Oh, there was a chance. Oh,
Yeah, he had to put that in. Honestly think it would have been called back, but he had to put that in the net.
Mr. Hot Takes Worldwide, MHT lot worldwide. Justin's got a Richarlison brace. That would have been big, Just. That would have been big.
That would have been big.
The over is gonna hit.
Oh, there's always goals in this game. Okay, I would have gone with a tame shot.
Tame effort.
But let's see a replay of this. See if Richarlison would
I like the way entire
maybe
team is off. No.
There was one guy at the bottom of the
Entire team
screen
is
there
offside.
that Ben White looked like he might have. He was the closest one that
It's a
could have
good
kept
ball
them
in
on.
from
But
Son, though.
either way, Richarlison had to put that in the net.
Yeah, you got to finish that. He finishes that with a Brazil kid on.
Exactly.
I'll tell you that. Oh,
Come
over
on,
the top to
ball to Kane.
Kane. Ramsdale's going to be off. He's off.
Classic late flag.
Dude, if he bangs that.
That would have been scenes regardless. But.
Kane looks on it today a little bit. I like the way he looks so far.
Might
His
need
touch, his first touch looks on it. But you got. Eek. That's close. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, they would have reviewed that if that flown in the net.
They shouldn't put their flag up until after he releases that.
Well, I think now this season they've been told to do it earlier if they're like sure he's offside, but
Well, that wasn't
to
even.
avoid potential
There's no
injuries
way that
and
was
all
like a
Right.
sure thing.
that was like 50-50 from the angle we had. We might need to contact.
This is where we're in trouble. Oh, nice.
playing out
Emerson.
of the back a little bit here.
Yep,
Okay.
Bentancur.
Okay. Oh, Sonny with a bad ball there.
Son just needs to rip him from outside the box. Just stop passing. Just do exactly what you did against Leicester. Just run up to the what is it? 6-yard box, 8-yard box.
18.
The 18. My bad. 18 and just fucking rip one like he did against Leicester twice.
Yeah.
Left foot, right foot.
I think as a whole, our team needs to not be shy about shooting from outside the box.
Agreed. Especially
Very rarely do we. I think Højbjerg might be the only one that does it once in a while.
I mean, Kane and Son will do it, but they
not as much as they should.
no, I agree. Especially with their prowess.
We're letting Arsenal have the ball here.
I think we've grown into the game a little bit, though. I
Yeah.
don't feel as nervous as
Seen
I
a
did in
little
the
bit
first
more.
2 minutes.
I'm always nervous if the ball comes to our side of the pitch, which it is right now.
I'm not as nervous defending. I'm just confident we're conceding. So let's just get the goal out of the way.
By the way, I don't know any legal ramifications or anything, but why is Thomas Partey still allowed to play? I know he's not. I know he hasn't been like charged with anything, but
I mean, that's exactly why, right? He hasn't
but
been
yeah,
charged.
but why did Arsenal just like?
I mean, their
Let him just
fans.
throw him out
their
there like
fa-
nothing's
I gotta be
wrong, you
honest.
know?
Like in the soccer football landscape where all the fans just throw mud on each other, like Arsenal fans would be giving us crap if Yves Bissouma had some charges.
Well, yeah, which he previously did.
Well, that's what they were reminding us every 2 seconds. It's a rip.
Shit. Oh,
It's a good shot from
could
Xhaka.
bang him.
Xhaka's up for it today too. He
Wasn't
wants
too
a
far
goal.
away.
Settle down. My grandma, who had a full hip replacement, could score against.
Yes,
the
but
Foxes.
listen, Son hadn't scored all season before that game, and that
I mean,
hat trick was pretty impressive.
It
Regardless
literally
of the
didn't
opposition.
matter who was playing against him in those moments. Like he was just deciding he was going to shoot, and those were just perfect shots. That's how it worked. Nice touch from Longley.
Regardless of
Højbjerg.
opposition, to score a hat trick off the bench
Oh,
in
Sonny
a Premier League game.
on the run on the left. Step over,
Got
step
one
over.
on two here. We need some help. We need some midfield runners.
There we go.
That's our
Bentancur.
biggest.
Royale getting ball in. Back to Bentancur. Come on.
Get one in.
Look at what he does.
Just okay. Oh, he's gonna.
What an idiot. Emerson is a liability, man.
Yeah. If you can't even get a cross in as a right
Like
wing
he
back,
literally
then
looks.
why-
He does look
what are you
like.
good for? 'Cause
You saw
you're
the
not
video.
good at defending.
You saw the video of that YouTube versus the Sidemen All Stars game.
I've didn't watch like the
Alright.
whole thing, but I've seen the clips that were posted.
That dude's
everywhere.
speed.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
Emerson looks like with the ball. Just
Speed might be clear, honestly.
He honestly might have more pace.
Yeah.
Might be more decisive on the ball.
Definitely more decisive on the ball because anybody.
All right, here we go.
Come on,
Sonny.
send Kane.
Oh, what is that pass?
Oh, Sonny's passing is
Oh my
much to
God.
be desired.
That is so poor. Kane wants to scream at him.
Yeah, but he's taking the nice approach. While we have a 0-0, it's okay, I guess.
Harry Kane's gonna own every single goal scoring record at the end of his
Yeah,
career.
he could if he chooses to stay here. He'll be the all-time Premier League leading scorer. But I would not be shocked if he was on Bayern Munich this time next season either.
I think we'll be top as long as we keep top 4 in Conte. I think Kane will stay.
So my thing is, if we win something this year and Bayern Munich's just gonna give us the bag of all bags, then
My thing is,
you
if
gotta do it.
If Kane really wants to go to Bayern Munich, don't you think he could just do like a Carmelo Anthony type of deal and go there in like a couple years and just be like
I
a
don't know.
bagsman or something like that, or are they just too stacked?
I
just feel like Harry.
Bayern's a team that wants to be competing for Champions League every season, so they want the guy at the absolute peak. Well,
The thing I love about Harry Kane though is his pace really doesn't matter because he's never been fast.
He's just a poacher.
So as long as he doesn't get like hobbled where he can't move, he's always going to be able to do those things like get on the back post, rip one from 40 yards. You'd have to imagine he'll eventually start to get free kicks to go later in his career. I think that's when it'll happen because he'll have no choice.
Well, because
Arsenal really are not doing a lot. Arsenal
yeah.
really not doing a lot with the ball the last few minutes. Would you say like this is kind of
Right,
comfortable?
just
We're
some
kind of waiting to break on them.
Definitely way more empty possession than they were having in the first half.
It feels more like we're waiting to break on them now than
Yeah.
they are attacking us. They're just possessing. But here we go. Here's a goal.
Right on cue. Oh,
I just said
cue.
it. Thomas Partey
Yeah,
rips
right on
it.
cue.
What a goal! Right on cue. All right, they got it in.
Fuck.
They got it done early.
Well, we knew they were gonna score, but that was so avoidable.
Crazy shot.
I mean, it was a great goal, but it was also so avoidable, the whole build up to it.
I mean, if he's gonna hit a shot like that, if he's gonna hit the ball like that, it's gonna go in. Like
Should be in
I'm
jail.
not yelling at the defending. Hell of a shot from Partey.
I mean, impromptu team huddle.
Yeah.
Two looking at Saka.
Yeah. I mean,
No one-
that's just a great shot.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
we need some close out there though.
I mean,
Where's
obviously, I
Kurt?
would love someone to try to get a
Has a
block in, but
open look.
I mean, the way he bent that too, like if someone's standing there, he's
It's a
bending
great shot.
around them. That's a
It's a
great
great
shot.
shot,
I'm not.
Hugo has no chance. but-
I always say like we need to get punched in the mouth early, so then we wake up and grow into the game. I like that now. Let's get into it.
Yeah. We have to score the next one. Though. We have to score the next one though.
Arteta doesn't want the smoke. Don't wake up Antonio on the sidelines.
We saw what happened the last manager that tried to
The
do
last
that.
Derby, the guy ended up with egg on his face. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But that was a great shot. I'm happy they got that out of the way though.
Yeah.
If that happens in like the 81st minute and it's 1-0, I'm just crying.
Might as well start drinking now because.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
Doesn't look
chugging
great.
this coffee.
Yeah.
It's all right. A lot of game left here.
8 a.m. Bud Light doesn't taste that bad, honestly.
Get up, son. Oh, fucking dude. Højbjerg just rushing. We just rush our passes in the final third.
Oh god,
That's a nice header.
that looks scary at first.
Yeah.
Thought I was gonna send soccer clear.
Justin, isn't that guy supposed to be in jail?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, guys. You guys.
Like he hasn't been charged with anything, but
I'm willing to do a lot of things.
Arsenal
I'm
has
not
no
gonna
shame
I
putting
have
him out
not
there on
read.
the
I
field.
have not read the case recently. I don't know the status of it. I don't like. I don't want to.
no, we're not speculating anything.
We are though. I mean, let's be honest. We're not.
But
We have no idea.
If all the rumors are true, then
Listen.
it's not my thing that if he should be in jail. It's that Arsenal has no shame just putting
He'll
him out
probably
there.
get. Listen, that's probably going to be the high point of his Arsenal career. He's probably going to get hurt and not play the rest of the season. So we probably won't see him at the Tottenham game.
I mean,
Let's be honest.
we're not wishing injury on people.
I'm not wishing injury, but that's the history of him.
He's prone to knocks.
No way. Get up,
We
son.
cannot concede the next goal. Or
Yeah.
Come on,
Kugi,
Romero.
get it out. Nice.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Højbjerg's touches are all over the place.
Højbjerg, we're a second half team.
Definitely, but we need to still weather a storm here.
For sure.
They're juiced up now.
They want to go for the jugular. Oh, that was lucky. Every time it comes out to Emerson, the whole play stalls.
Oh.
And he
Wasn't actually the worst ball, to be fair, but we just have no midfield.
All right, is that a throw? All right.
The biggest thing we're lacking, besides obviously the creativity of a midfielder, but also a midfielder that's gonna run into the box and get on the end of some crosses.
Yeah, I agree. Bentancur and Højbjerg don't even though they've scored maybe a little bit more this season than they have in the past. Not really.
Still
goal scoring
not
threats.
Aggressive.
I don't. That's why I'm not thrilled with this system. Like Conte is Conte. He knows more than me, but
we don't have the personnel to have.
You need to have $100 million midfielders in this system that could just do it all, like Rolls Royce type of midfielders, and we kind of have two $15 million ones that are solid, really solid players, and can get you certain places. But if you're trying to dominate games against the top opponents, I don't know if this is the midfield for that.
No, definitely not a world class midfield.
Oh, here we
I
go.
actually think
Ramsdale's off.
it's a good idea though.
Good idea. Sonny's getting in behind. And we're going to get one, but are we going to concede 3 before we get one is my question.
Like last season, I want to relive that shit.
Defense is in shambles, man. Defense is in shambles.
It just looks... I just get nervous every time they come to
Odegaard's
this
going to bring
area.
it onto his left foot.
Come on, get it out.
Dyer. Good awareness there.
As a defender, just clear it. I'm of the mindset you just clear it every time. Forget about building up from the back.
Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. I know it's annoying, but make sure you hit that like button. It recommends other people. The YouTube algorithm, the numbers, the Alan from The Hangover stuff starts playing in the brain. All Arsenal so far.
Gotta close this guy down now.
I mean, that is a once-in-a-lifetime rip from him.
But that's his game, though. You know he has it in him.
I guess so.
Don't see. Look, same play.
Same play. He should have
Gotta get him. He could have. If he
Højbjerg was a little bit more aware there. There was less room for a shot.
If he wanted to one-time it again, he could have.
I mean, if they're gonna start laser beaming shots from this distance with our whole defense behind them the whole game, then we're gonna have to live with that. They're just up for it. There we go. Finally, a giveaway.
We need to.
I'm not keep it at 1-0 or nick one back.
I mean, I'll take 1-0 at halftime. To be fair,
100%. I mean, I would have predicted that. That is a great shot.
I want to see some signs of life here.
There's no shade. You're not gonna hear me
bag on Hugo for that.
Not gonna hear me bag on anybody really for that. It's just if someone hits a ball like that, you tip your cap and you pick it up and you go back like that. You run it back. That's it. I'm just happy that didn't happen in the 81st minute. If he hits another one and if it's 1-1 and he hits another one like that in the 81st minute, then we'll have real issues. Clear foul on Romero.
Just taking out Jesus. Some Argentina-Brazil rivalry there.
Do you think the excitement of Saints-Vikings is impacting Tottenham? I don't think so. Maybe Harry Kane a little bit. I think Harry Kane might be the only one that actually watches American football. But he's a Brady guy. He's a TB12 guy.
The Saints might do better than we're doing right now in football, in European football.
I hope so. I got
world football.
Chris Olave was my sleeper in fantasy. That guy's balling out for me. I got to be honest. 26 targets the last 2 weeks for Chris Olave.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
But the thing about the Saints is the last 2 weeks I've taken defenses against them just because Jameis is a turnover machine.
Well, did I read Dalton's playing this week?
Really?
Yeah.
He's on the Saints?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Know that.
Oh, good ball in, and Dyer just gets his head to it. Tottenham are up against it right now. We already need a formation change.
We need a lot of things.
I mean, if you listen to the first 2 minutes of us being live today, we were not coming on here saying we're expecting 3 points. None of that talk. So
no, but you want to at least see
good defending.
Good tackle there.
See, that's why Emerson's in.
Hey,
that is why you have Emerson on.
How about a yellow card for Jesus for that?
Yeah,
challenge?
why not? Why not, ref? This formation is not my favorite. feel like usually the game at the Emirates is a 12:30 kickoff. I feel like, right, every year.
Yeah, my friend told me that they do those early kickoffs for the biggest derbies just because if they do them at night in England, the fans are more liable to get in fights and be drunken animals. So they do that lunchtime kickoff for these big ones, yeah.
That makes sense. Think about that. The fans are so rabid for these type of games that they can't even have them at night.
Imagine they're...
All right, we got some space for Perisic. Ivan Perisic on the left flank. Have a hit. Oh my God. That's got to be better. That's got to be better. I expect him to put that on target, though.
Let's get Perisic more on the ball. I like that. I like the idea of that.
I mean, he's got acres over here.
Yeah.
That is what I want to see. I mean, the fact that he doesn't hit the target here, he's so two-footed. He's got a lot of space on his left foot. I think a lot of people put that on target.
He should have definitely put that on target. I agree. But
Test him.
It was good to find him there in the space and something to build on there.
See, that's the thing about us when we play. Like, all right, so when Arsenal possessed the ball for like 20 minutes to get like kind of like somewhat of a half chance.
Saka's just skinning our defense like they're not even there.
Bentancur steps in, gets the ball. Sonny on the run here.
Come on, good
Woo!
flick from Kane. Oh,
get the pace! Get the pace!
Look at Richie!
Richarlison pushes him wide.
Oh, fuck. Come on, son.
Oh, Richarlison.
Take it out. Hey! Pen!
Yes! Let's go! Clear pen.
Gabriel with a rash challenge on Richarlison.
Oh, now I'm nervous. Let's go.
Come on, but Harold lives for this.
You know he scouted out where he was going. Richarlison.
Let's see, hopefully we got it. Yeah.
Clear pen.
That's foot first. Foot before ball. Yeah.
Sony screwed that up too. If he plays that with the right weight.
Sony with a terrible pass to Richarlison.
Yeah, if he plays that with the right weight.
Shit.
All right, this is nerve-wracking.
I never thought I'd be having to.
I feel like earning a pen is almost more nerve-wracking than like.
Yeah. Like I know
Chad
fans
Boyles,
first.
thank you. Richie's a baller. We love him so far.
Fans' first instinct when there's a penalty is to cheer, but I always just immediately get nervous. Like
where's he going?
You gotta bury this.
Where's he going? Left, right?
I'm not gonna even predict anything. Just need the ball to go in the net.
I don't think he scores. I don't think he gets this one. He's been shaky the last couple of weeks.
Don't say that, Mike. Don't say that. We need this. This absolutely has to go in.
He's been banging them in the top upper 90 left.
We might as well just
bunch
turn
of times.
off the stream right now if Ramsdale saves this.
Chad Boyles is an Everton fan, and he said, "You're welcome for Richie."
Shout out Everton.
Said, "You're welcome for Richie. Thank you very much."
We appreciate that business.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got a nice chunk of change. That's like the most Tottenham have spent.
You're welcome for Dele Alli.
Or up there.
It's
like top
absolutely
3.
Nothing.
I don't blame Dele.
An Everton kit.
I don't think Dele's good, but I don't think he's that bad either. Like, he's somewhere in the middle.
His career just fell off.
Yeah. All right, come on. Kane from the spot. Harry Kane.
Right down the middle.
And it goes in. Let's go.
Right down the middle.
Confidence is Kane.
Well, he knew. He never goes down the middle, so he knew Ramsdale would dive one way or the other.
Let's go, boys. See, look.
We're back.
We
got a chance.
100% back. And the over 1.5. Catch it.
Yeah, that was easy. I should have done more.
I mean, minus 500, that was.
There's always at least 4 goals in this fixture.
I love that. Right down the middle. Right down the Broadway. Embarrassed his ass. Let's go. Ramsdale all week was like, Harry Kane always likes to go to my right.
Exactly.
Always likes to go to my right. And that's why Kane is one of the best penalty takers, because he knows exactly what you think before he gets to the spot. And he's not making that decision
on the spot,
not trying to get cute. Let's go. And Richarlison earns the penalty. And that's the difference between us and a lot of teams. Arsenal possess the ball the whole first half. They create maybe a couple of half chances, and then they hit a worldie to score. We get the ball for like 2 minutes. Our attackers are dangerous enough and direct enough that we can earn a penalty, make something happen in a short amount of time. So that's why I don't panic at an early 1-goal deficit for Tottenham these days. I do panic, tie game, late. corner for the other team. that's when I get nervous.
Before the Son misplaced pass there, the build up to that was excellent with Kane with providing that flick to Son.
Oh yeah.
So that's the kind of
and Kane had
danger
Son.
we had.
I mean, Son had the real pace there.
Yeah,
That looked like
Son
Burnley.
got away from Saka and another guy just flicked it past him. So before that last pass, the build up there was really good. And then Richarlison actually got it back. It looked like he lost it at first. He crossed it. Right, he crossed it.
Yeah.
He lost
crossed
possession,
it.
and then Richarlison was able to get it back and win that penalty.
Chad, you could speak to this even better. Romero gives it away real quickly. Bad
we gotta
giveaway.
Stop. We have
We're
a
in
lot.
trouble here.
Yeah, they're gonna, what a
Romero
tackle!
earns it
He made it
back.
out with that tackle,
He earns it back.
and he knows he's a part.
Chad, wouldn't you say that's one of Richie's best qualities is that he never gives up on the play. He's an agitator to the defenders. He just constantly pressing and trying to win the ball back or nipping at their heels. Because that's what my favorite thing about Richarlison has been so far. Yeah, he scored some nice goals.
Come on. I think I've used this.
What is he going to do? Oh!
We had Saliba a little nervous there.
Saliba has Kane in his pocket. We got
said that.
Richard Sigurdsson said that.
Arsenal
any
supporter?
any relation to Gylfi because
That's not a good one.
that's not nice. No.
Just kidding.
I mean, Kane. I feel like Kane has had some nice flicks so far. He's obviously not done much, but it's 1-1 and he's got a goal. So how about that?
Yeah, and he also gave that flick to Son Lee to last build up before the penalty that led to the penalty. So I'm just going back to Richarlison for a second.
Yeah.
I think I've used this before when talking to you. He's like Lamella, but with like 10 times more skill and quality.
Yeah, and he's just
But he
like,
winds up people up as well.
here comes Kane to Richie. Oh, blocked.
Let's get a corner. Let's get a corner out of that. We'll take
Definitely grown in the game.
that. Let's get everyone forward here.
Yep, Chad says 100%. It's funny that a lot of Everton fans cry that we can't replace his goal scoring, but that's not good. That's not his strength.
Oh.
And I agree. And that's why I think he's perfect for our team is because Kane and Son are going to provide the goals, and Richie just being on the field, providing that energy. He's also going to fall ass backwards into some goals, playing with Son and Kane, and even Kulusevski at times.
He'll keep plays alive that shouldn't be kept alive. And that's what happened there on that last play that led to the penalty.
Yep. All right, so we got a corner here. It looks like
Find
Perisic.
Dyer's head here.
It's
Too close
in
to
swinger, and Ramsdale has to punch it away.
Come on, son.
That was going in if Ramsdale doesn't punch that away right there, so had to be done. Chad says he tracks back beautifully. Yeah, I'm a huge fan so far. I think every Tottenham fan is a huge fan so far.
Looking like great business.
I mean, this is the type of attacker we needed to mix into the squad because just sitting around saying we have Kane, we have Son, we don't need to invest in that third and fourth attacking option is just resting on your laurels, not good enough.
Also, this is exactly why, again, when Kulusevski picks up a knock, we actually have a world-class player that we can throw in there now instead of just the scraps of the championship.
Before we go crazy, this is YouTube battle. People will lose their mind you saying Richarlison's world-class, but you know what I mean.
He's played up almost
He's
to
going to
world-class
start
level
for
of
he's
his
going
team.
to start for Brazil at striker in the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean,
so to me that means you're
has
pretty damn good. That's all we need to say.
He has some world-class qualities. I was saying world-class in comparison to the substitutes we used to throw out there when one of our forwards picked up a knock. Come on, Perisic. Oh, referee.
Of course, he has to give that. He has to give that. If you're jumping in for a second, if you're joining us this morning or wherever you may be watching, cheers. Drop that like button. Hit that like button for us. We're just starting up. This is the first ever soccer stream, but hey, if we like it, if we can get up
/football.
I'll tell you what, yeah, /football. If we can get 20 likes, we'll do more of these.
Oh,
Richarlison tries
Sony
to
was
fizz
free
one.
at the back post there for a tap in.
Hoiberg was coming in too. But Richarlison, again, looking dangerous. He's looking like our most dangerous attacker, to be honest.
We got to defend back, though.
They're getting
Can't give him a
on
counter,
the counter. Jesus on
Xhaka's
the left.
been just running up the pitch.
Romero's going to get a
time.
yellow for that, yeah?
Hopefully not.
Oh, they play on. Odegaard swings it out wide to Saka on the right.
One-on-one with Perisic here.
You know,
Oh, good
help from Hoiberg, yep.
Don't let him get in one free. Yep, another good.
Oh, man, Hoiberg and Perisic. Hoiberg giving Perisic a lot of help there on Saka, which is good.
Which is good. You have to, though. The guy's really good. So
I mean, dribbling-wise, Saka is elite, I think. He just needs to... they're going to look at a handball.
No, I think it hit off his
They're going to look at a handball there.
No, it hit off his ribs. Hit off his rib cage.
Okay.
His hand was out, but it did not hit it, so...
Saw that really quickly. Oh, yeah, we're streaming 3 streams in a 6-day span this week for Mikey Hot Takes. We're fully back. I'm not messing around.
What's the third one? Oh,
I did a Monday.
The Monday one, okay.
Did today. Gonna do another one tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Larice pops up.
Whew.
Punches
I look like
it
a
out.
free
pops
header
up.
for an Arsenal player there. Come on, Sonny.
Sonny!
Hey, yellow card
Yellow.
for shirt pulling. Let's go. Play advantage.
Richie.
Look at Perisic. Look at Perisic. Oh, another
Kane,
ball,
Kane,
final
Kane.
ball, just a little
Kane,
too far.
Kane.
Hey, backed into him.
Dude, Harry Kane at the back post is kind of like throwing it to like Shaq in his prime at this point. Like the dude, Perisic to Kane, back post, money.
Our final pass is just a little
I know,
off
but
right now.
look at the
which
gaps
coulda
we're
led to-
getting. Look at the gaps in the break we're getting.
We're always going to be dangerous on the counter. Because
This is exactly how like every like talking head would have predicted this game to go, and even us saying beforehand.
that don't know shit, by the way.
Yeah, I mean we haven't played a lick of elite level football. So
But we've
I
watched.
stopped
enough
in 8th
years.
grade. We've watched.
We've watched enough years.
We're
now.
couch
Enough
warriors
years
as always.
under our belt.
Must have sold your soul to get Elizabeth to allow that.
Shout out.
I mean, listen, shout out to Elizabeth. We're probably keeping her awake right now, but I've been on a nice break. So a couple videos here and there. It's football season. She knows what's good. She knows what's up.
Because it's the North London Derby. Let's just
She
say
knows
that.
I'd be out
Let's just
watching
say
this
that.
anyway, making noise no matter what. So might as well record it. Oh, Arsenal cross, good ball in.
Clear. Arsenal players got in each other's way.
It looks like they were both dunking on each other there.
They had us outnumbered.
Yeah,
so,
one before the half would be dangerous here.
Clear Emerson.
Dude,
Another corner for
Emerson
Arsenal.
definitely stretches like crazy before the game.
Yeah, he's limp.
This dude's just like
Ninja.
jumping around, doing axe kicks to the ball. Not gonna lie, Chad says not gonna lie. Richarlison is everywhere. Cleared that and somehow led the break as well. Yeah, Chad. I mean, this guy.
He's up for
This
it.
is perfect for our team too.
That's oh shit.
You could tell he brings passion to the field too. It's like we have had too many attackers in our time that are just passengers of the night. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of, if they fall into a goal,
Right.
exactly. They have the talent, but they don't have the like.
The tenacity.
I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
They're like maybe
I
I do.
I
something.
hope
Yeah,
I do
exactly. Richarlison gives you that feel like I'm gonna produce in this game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Gabrielle's starting.
Does he have a yellow?
Handbags here. No. Let's see this. Clear foul on Kane from the back. And then gets a little bit of an attitude here with Højbjerg.
You do not step on those ankles. Those ankles are the most valuable ankles in London. I don't care what anybody says. That's the best player in London. Disagree?
Harry Kane? No, I don't disagree.
You can't listen. You could say that we're not. You might say we're not the biggest club, but Harry Kane walks into any side in London.
I mean, you don't know. Not everybody's gonna get sought after by Bayern Munich, so.
We're Manchester City, back-to-back years. Come on. James Kelly, morning, bro. Thank you for popping in. If you're just popping in, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit subscribe. Guys, I know you guys got friends who watch soccer, who watch YouTube, stuff like that. Throw them the channel my way. Tell them to subscribe. They'd be doing me a favor. We're trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the year. I only have 84 right now. Small potatoes.
That's definitely a reachable goal.
But we got to start somewhere, right? With 16, I'm not asking for much.
Great job by Spurs there. Playing out from the
really,
back,
really
getting out
good
of some
work.
trouble there.
Kane being a nuisance.
And Richarlison. Okay.
Oh, dude,
Oi!
Richie and Son.
Charleston's up for it.
Richie's pace is underrated too. I didn't realize how fast he was. Like he has good acceleration.
Richarlison is the exact type of player you want in a heated derby.
Dude, I just wish we had Kulusevski available today
loves
too.
to
If we could get both of them in this game
it
at the
to
same
people.
time, I think we'd be in real.
Oh yeah, if we
Gas
could put
mode.
Kulusevski in the second half, that would be an ideal situation. But we're gonna. Well, come on,
Anthony Taylor. This
what
is
you
going
doing?
in. Cootie aggressive.
Clear.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on.
Let's
hey.
go.
2 on 2. 2 on 2.
Kane on the right. Richarlison down the middle. Kane still got it on the right. What's he gonna do? Not really a lot of options. He's just gonna hold it.
Who's that? Emerson.
Emerson.
Foul. Clipped his heels.
And
Fuck
Richarlison
off.
was offside.
Yeah, but Emerson got his heels clipped there.
Because it wasn't
He didn't
blatant.
fall right over, but
That's BS. And people want to like Americans always criticize. People always want to criticize why there's so much diving in soccer. The referees simply cannot call it in real time unless you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Because every little nick on your heel and stuff is not going to be seen. It's just not going to be caught in real time. Exactly. So that's simple and plain. Like people, why do they dive so much in soccer? Why do they exaggerate? They are trying to buy fouls. Right. Obviously, sometimes people get actually injured, but you know what I mean.
But if they don't hit the ground, the ref will never call it.
Exactly, like, and if you've ever played any level of soccer, like even when I was playing in like 5th grade or whatever, you literally have to. The referee's just not going to be there the whole time to be like, "Oh, you got touched." You have to make You have to at least make it obvious you got touched or fell. Here we go. Arsenal cut. Oh, Jesus skidding our whole defense.
Oh, thank God for
Lloris with a huge save. Oh,
Emerson's got to go, man.
Jesus just skinned
Emerson
and Romero.
That reminds me of the goal Sporting Lisbon scored.
Yep.
The second
that
goal.
Same dude, yeah.
Yeah, Emerson.
Same left side.
Fucking Emerson, man. He's got to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Not good. Cootie Romero, not good either.
Yeah.
No, second defender.
But it starts with Emerson.
Agreed.
Starts with Emerson.
You can't be getting skinned like that. It throws the whole defense out of whack.
Like it's just routine. Like it happens. Once in a while. Fine, fair. There's world class players in this Premier League, but it happens far too often to Emerson.
100%. All right, so it's 1-1 here. We're approaching. How's our clock looking? We're at 43.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. So much easier to keep clock of. Dude, when I was trying to do. The Giants game the other night with a clock. I'm not doing it this week, folks.
Oh, do you have to like stop it?
I was kind of trying to do that, but then
brutal.
I was kind of just waiting for commercials and stuff like that to adjust. Yeah. But still,
no wonder footy streaming is more
dangerous.
Way to go because you don't really have to stop it except for halftime.
Running clock.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, we almost got it.
Excellent ball in. Saka kind of just couldn't deal with it, but. Yeah, get this 1-1.5, and we're looking good.
Even better if we can nick one here. No, Emerson just, has no urgency whatsoever.
Richard Sigerson, do you really think Richarlison will start over Jesus in the World Cup? Listen, I'm not slating Jesus. I would probably try to find a way to start both of them, but
it's tough because Neymar and Vinicius.
If you just, of course, if you watch Brazil lately, their manager has been starting Richarlison, and Richarlison's playing well for Brazil when he plays. So I don't see why they would take him out, but I definitely don't understand why I don't understand why you wouldn't bring Jesus on the plane.
Well, let's put it this way: he's
definitely good. We're not haters, Richard. We've said this many times. We're not haters.
No, Jesus will definitely be on the squad.
He wasn't on their latest squad, which I think is crazy. But if the manager likes Richarlison and he's playing well, then they're not going to take him out.
This last
here he is, Richie on the right.
Right on.
Gets
showed too much of that one.
Emerson. Good pace.
I just don't give up a counter here. All right, that's a good foul to take.
Yeah. 2 minutes of stoppage here in the first half.
These last set of international fixtures were the last warm-up before the World Cup, and Richarlison was starting and scoring. So it looks like that's what Brazil wants to go with, based on that alone.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to be one of my picks to go far. They are every year, but I really like them this year.
The only thing that's keeping me away from them is that it's the bookies' favorite. So, but it's probably worth a shout too. So.
Oh, that is nerve-wracking. Yeah. They're probably not going to win.
I like their team a lot. But Argentina hasn't been defeated in like 3 years either, so it's going to be good. A
lot of diving from both teams. What do you think about this? Both teams really going down easily in this first half.
They have to. It's in every game. Like you said, if a guy gets his ankles clipped and tries to play on, the referee's never going to call that. You have to be on the ground.
Yeah, I agree. But in this type of game, that's why the referees often make poor calls because there's so much of it going on, and you can't call a spade. That's a good ball in.
Get that out.
Longley.
Good tackle.
Clement Longley and Ben Davis have the same haircut and body build, except I think Longley's a little taller, but still. They look very similar in the same position.
Best thing I can say about him is we haven't noticed him thus far in the first half, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
that means he hasn't made.
All
right.
Martinelli
ripping
dancing.
Up our right side.
Bentancur is probably our best ball winner.
He's up there. And Højbjerg. Højbjerg's pretty good at it too.
This is dangerous. They're gonna have Saliba dancing.
How about a halftime whistle?
Xhaka, cross.
Good header.
Long leg buys a
right
foul.
on cue. Long leg right on cue with a great play there. And we made it to halftime. 1-1.
Halftime, boys.
Good half.
Good half. Arsenal come out hot. I think they their best spell of the game was probably the first 10 minutes for Arsenal.
Yep.
They get a goal from Thomas Partey in the 20th minute. It was a rip from outside the 18. World-class goal. I wasn't mad. It was one of those goals where you're not mad at it, especially with where it happened in the game. It's 1-0, big deal. And just to be proven correctly, Tottenham earned a little pen. 11 minutes later, Harry Kane from the spot. Bada bing, bada boom, 1-1. So we are going to take a brief intermission, guys. Brief. It won't be long. We're just going to probably use the restroom, get what we need to get ready for the second half. And you know what? We may hang out for a little bit of the second slate. Who knows? We'll see. If we got enough people, if we get enough people in here, we'll hang out. I need you guys to share.
Also depends on our mood.
Yeah, it depends on the mood. But I need you guys to share the stream. If you got any friends who, come on, JP, send to your friends. Let's go.
You want 100 subscribers by end of the year.
I got 84 subs. I need 100 by the end of the year. I'm doing at least 2 streams a week until I get 100 subs, and then we'll keep going. Once we do that, we'll keep going. Do I think the Premier League should get rid of VAR? No, I don't actually. I like VAR. I just think, just like NFL replay, it takes time for it to be perfected, and once it's perfected and they start ironing it out, it'll be quicker. I just think they need to really get rid of all gray areas and just explain it.
Handball for sure.
Handball and what plays we're actually going to review. Should they have a quicker system? Why don't they have a quicker system with the amount of money the Premier League's in? They could have 500 people in a room voting on the call,
right?
Like a jury or something like that. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back. Stick around. Trust me, this second half is going to be crazy. Our tears are coming, or our tears of joy are coming. So be ready.
Tears either way, people.
There will be tears, we promise. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half of the North London Derby. And you're in the right spot. If you're here, you're in the right spot. Once again, I'm going to say this one more time before we get going in the second half. Like and subscribe if you're not already. If you got an extra email, if you're one of my good, close personal friends, which I know we got a lot in the building, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys are the reason I keep doing this, because it's like hanging out with the homies. I don't have to travel. Nobody has to travel through the rain, but we're hanging out. We're watching North London Derby together. We're having a nice BL. First one of the day for me. And here we go. So, second half begins in a few minutes. Adel, what are your thoughts, predictions for the second half?
I think we're going to pretty much keep it the same. Just try to get one on the counter. We're going to have to... I think we have to press them a bit more just because Odegaard and Saka are getting lots of time on the ball right now. So I think we need to play more aggressively towards them. But at the same time, we don't want to leave too much space in behind us. So I think we'll play on the counter. I think if I had to guess right now, I'd probably say one more goal each for a 2-2. And we'll get out of here with a point, which we'll be happy about.
I would like that as well. I would sign up for a point at their place. I think that's a good point. If we get points at the Bridge and at the Emirates, that's already upgrades over every other season as a Tottenham fan. If you're a true Spurs fan, if you somehow get a point at the Emirates and at Stamford Bridge in the same season, you're off to a good start. Let's put it that way. That's results that you don't get or don't see most seasons, especially not in the same season. So I do think Conte comes out and is very stubborn. Will hold the fort until Arsenal apply too much pressure or put in a goal. I do think if there is an early goal this half, I would like it to be Arsenal, of course. I just think Tottenham's responses all year, I think that's been the best portion of this team. They concede, they get one back very quickly, or at least they change the script of the game very quickly after conceding, other than that one Champions League game, which was just an abomination. But in the Premier League this year, every time they concede, they come back, get one quickly. So I don't want a late goal. I don't want this to stay 1-1 very long.
The thing is, if we do
I'd like the game script to be switched early if it's going to be switched. Right. Otherwise, let me reset the clock here.
If we do concede, Conte doesn't really have anybody to turn to with Kulusevski being out.
And we're underway.
Our bench is very slim, so I'm not sure where he would go if we did concede, and it was still if we were losing by like the 80th minute, 75th minute, I'm not sure where we would turn to at that point.
Exactly. I mean, formation switch is always the move for Conte. Regardless, I don't think that he cares as much about the player. Yeah, obviously he'd rather have studs on the bench to bring on, but I think he's got like a formation switch. They'll probably go 3-5-2 or something like that. Bring on Basuma.
Yeah, I don't know, because Basuma is also a guy that can be brought on if we
Harry
have a
Kane
lead.
gets rugby tackled and Anthony Taylor saw nothing in it.
Get him. Go on, Højbjerg.
Jesus is good, man.
All right.
No way, get up.
Play on.
Anthony Taylor looks like he's going to have lets a lot of stuff go.
Oh,
That's a good ball.
Onside. Romero, just cross it. Oh, too much Romero.
Get it back.
Shouldn't even be there.
What a run, though, from Christian Romero.
I like the sneakiness.
Great run from the center back. Harry Kane. If you make a run, this is the thing. Harry Kane, you make a run. That's why I agree with Adel's point. If you get some midfielders who can know what to do when they make a run into the box, and that's why Dele Alli had such a good career early on.
He's late arriving.
He wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid to make a run from midfield, and get on the end of a Harry Kane cross. And if you do that, if you make those runs enough, and you're quality enough, Harry Kane will put stats up for you. So they definitely need to get a midfielder who I think has a little bit more
attacking
pizzazz and a little bit more final third ability.
Højbjerg and Bentancur aren't those guys.
They're workmen,
yeah.
and
they're not going to get into the
box. A lot
box.
of space here for Martinelli, and it's one-on-one with Cudi Romero.
I like that bet more than if it was one-on-one with Emerson.
Well, it gives it up.
Good block
from Højbjerg. Odegaard is the guy that scares me, man. I'm worried about him curling one in from the top of the box.
That seems to be their play right now, is get some space on the top of the box and go hit.
Party tried it again.
Party tried the same
and
goal.
And Bentancur did not allow it this time.
But that definitely seems to be their play. Get it to the wing and then kick it back to the top of the box for a one-timer or a curler.
Agreed. Guys, what do you think? Second half thoughts, predictions. What needs to happen for Tottenham? If you're looking for an Arsenal W, what needs to happen for them? I mean, As an Arsenal supporter, you got to stay the course right now, I think. Team looks good going forward, but I do think they're susceptible to the break still, so we'll see. Kane's having a good game. Obviously, he's not getting shots off, but he's doing that Harry Kane thing where he drops deep, sucks it in, gets a flick on. Son and Richarlison are finding a lot of space.
The space is always going to be there.
And that's the beauty of Harry Kane. Like he's one of the slower forwards you'll see on a top club. But like the defenders are still so worried about him having time on the ball that it's almost like having like an elite like De Bruyne playing striker almost.
Yeah.
That you'd just be terrified of him getting the ball with space because someone else is going to score or he's going to bend one in.
Out.
Yeah.
He's always a good gamble to pick somebody out.
John Bergquist says Kane gets another.
Oh shit. Fuck
Oh,
off.
Jesus
Where
gets
the fuck
one.
is the defense?
And there it is. There's
Why is
early
Romero
goal.
not clearing the ball?
Lloris spills it.
There's the early goal.
I mean, you're here for the predictions, folks. Did I not just say I think Arsenal gets the next one?
It's more of a spoiler now.
It's tough. Oh, I got to fix the score. My bad, folks.
No, I don't want to see it.
Scrappy goal for Jesus.
I felt like Romero had a chance to clear, even though Hugo probably should
It's
do
a tough
better
position
here.
for him to clear it. He's under a lot of pressure.
Let's see here.
This has got to be dealt with better
Hugo put it in a
than
dangerous
by Lloris.
position.
Lloris has to deal with that better.
Yeah, he put it in the danger zone, right in the 6-yard box. Romero was a little tad slow to react compared to his went under.
Lloris, absolutely shocking.
Come on, Lloris.
Lloris is shocking.
More on this part. The second
What is
one,
that?
The second one.
Literally any goalkeeper in the world gets that second ball. The first one, all right, he spills it. I still think he should do better.
Yeah, fuck.
Romero it's a tough position for Romero to be in there. I mean, yeah, he might need to try to like just open up his foot and sky that up into the air, but it's tough. It's a tough reaction.
Well,
listen, I'm if you've been listening to me this entire game, I want early goals from Arsenal. I want them to go ahead early. I do not want a late winner. At least even if they go up 3-1, we can ease our way into it. We got outplayed. You know what I'm saying? Like I do not want a late winner where there's pandemonium and stuff like that.
no, but we need to get this 2-2.
Of course. But like I said just minutes ago, I like our chances better to score when we go behind.
I agree, but that was just such a shitty goal to give up.
Agreed. I mean, I don't think Lloris is like we said earlier. I don't think Lloris is that guy, man. I think he's good on his day, but like if you pepper Lloris enough, he'll have something like that. I think he's more dangerous on crosses that attack him or like weird, awkward moments that he doesn't know how to react to than just someone firing a shot at him.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. He just whiffed on the.
It's all right. We got a corner here.
Looks like they brought Zinchenko on at some point.
I think he started.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know if he even touched it in the first half.
Oh,
shit!
Big break
Get back.
here.
Good by Bentancur there. Save
Good
save
job,
a counter.
Bentancur. All right, got to chase the lead here.
The thing, at some point we're gonna have to just commit numbers forward. I mean, it's still very early.
A lot of time in the second half here. It's just a cheap way to concede.
Start fearing the worst.
I agree. That was a cheap way to concede.
Yeah.
The first goal is easier to
Sucker
sit
punch.
with.
Exactly. Like at least the first goal is a world class strike. Makes it a little bit easier to swallow. That was just so avoidable, and just gives them all the momentum for no reason, basically.
Charleston goes down, and Arsenal break here with Martinelli.
Oh man.
Martinelli takes it to the left side. I mean, this is just he's trying to earn a corner here.
And
he
he
gets
might
one.
have.
Wow, Romero.
Good by Kuti there, but
All right. I'm not worried about getting another one. I think we get another one. I'm worried about,
conceding another one.
conceding another one. 3-2 is in play here. Arsenal.
A lot of giveaways in the midfield.
Yeah. Richard, listen, they're comparable players, I think. I think Jesus going to Arsenal was a good move for him, for sure.
Oh shit. My VAR is gonna take a look at that.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone
if that's a pen, then we're in trouble.
yeah.
Jesus
challenged there in the box, went down, looked pretty iffy. Oh, well.
Ooh.
And he almost had a free header.
There you
but
go,
it went
Richard.
3-1.
It should be 3-1, Richard. Richarlison finishes that. Just kidding.
No, Richarlison and Jesus are both very good options.
I'm not mad at Jesus.
They both had great starts this
I
season.
think he's a great player.
I think you might be underestimating Richarlison.
I'm just saying, like, when the manager of your country picks Richarlison and he performs, he's not going to move off of him. That's my only point. That's the only thing I'll say. Yeah, Chad, this is often the issue when we play this formation, especially against top sides. The midfield isn't strong enough. They're reviewing this now.
Yeah, they're checking this
looks like
possible penalty. It looks like he did get by Dyer there.
No way.
I don't know if he made but he missed the ball for sure. I don't know.
No way.
He missed the ball, so
Jesus got rid of the ball first.
Still down.
They can't give that. They ruined the game. If you're popping it for a second, throw us a like button.
Like and subscribe.
Come on, we're trying to hit 100. I'm trying to hit 100 subs by the end of October. It's October 1st. I'm not asking for much here, people.
Come on.
Larice absolutely shocking. Just shocking.
For any Americans out there, it's basically the equivalent of a shortstop, just letting a slow roller go through his legs.
2-1 Tottenham, James. What are you talking about? It's 2-1. Oh, do I have it like that? No, it's 2-1 Arsenal.
Maybe he tuned in a little bit late.
Perhaps. Was he on like a 50-minute delay?
3-2 Tottenham. We've done it before.
Yeah, Jesus' ankle or calf was hurting him after he bottled a sitter, probably, pretty much. I mean, he already poured in one of the more, like, schoolboy scrappy goals. That's like a goal you score at every level of football.
Yeah, that's literally a goal you see in, like, old travel teams.
Yeah.
Where a goalie just spills it right in front of you and you just towel it in.
Yeah, 2-1 Tottenham is definitely a hot take. I don't have that. I can't. The hot take is the brand, but I can't give away that type of hot take.
Maybe they have new VAR where they take the play back 10 minutes.
That would be nice. Yeah.
And then can overturn
Jesus
the goal.
was offside. Did we check for that?
Yeah.
Emerson just isn't good enough.
Yeah.
He's off.
Charleston's offside. I don't know what we're going to do with them. Oh, there's Kulu. Get out there,
Kulusevski
mate.
not playing is tough.
Yeah, I don't know.
We could always make that excuse. Like we're missing one of the best young attackers in Europe.
We just need, I think in the January window we need to be in for a right back again.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
Then we'll have 4 on the roster and none
Well,
of them.
we
only want one of them.
You can
to play.
sell Emerson.
I mean, he doesn't want to leave. That's the problem. He's never going to find a better.
Unfortunately, it's a business.
He's never going to.
Seems like a good guy.
He's never going to find a better. I mean, if we keep playing him, either he's going to keep staying. If Conte keeps picking him,
there's a lot of Liga teams that could use him.
I mean, teams could use him, but if he wants to stay at Tottenham and Conte keeps playing him, I'm not leaving if I'm him either. That's a goal. This is a goal. Martin, the ball takes a little bit of a weird touch. Literally, this is just we're going to need a counter and some magic from somebody. I think we keep getting Zinchenko and Odegaard confused. That's why we forgot.
Maybe that's why I didn't.
We're just looking at the blonde top.
I feel like Zinchenko was not.
Richard Sigurdsson, Kulusevski's injured. He picked up an injury during international break, so that's why he's not available today. Otherwise, he probably would already be close to coming on or already starting.
He would definitely be featured in the second half at some point.
Or he would have been starting if he was fully fit even.
Just have to go with the 3 we have out there most likely.
Yeah, And no Lucas Moura, so limited attacking options. So.
Very limited. Uh-oh. Ooh, dangerous ball there for Martinelli. Oh, well, offside.
And I think the ball. I think the ball went out. No,
this guy's flip in the front. Saw his hair.
Yeah, he looked like me in my first Holy Communion.
Come on, 2-on-2 here.
Come on, this is what we need. Richarlison on the right.
Where's
Zinchenko defending, and Richarlison just boots it right off of Zinchenko. Doesn't go out yet. Get another bite at the cherry. Just get it off of Emerson's feet. Every time he touches it, I'm just worried. Something bad's going to happen or he's giving it away.
We're never going to score where they have all these numbers back. We need to take advantage of those counters.
Charleston down the line. It's loose.
Højbjerg just tries to do what Partey did and put it in the crowd.
Looks like he won a corner there. That's a good opportunity.
Nah, goal kick. Yeah.
Wait, does he say? I thought they said it was a corner.
I mean, from the replay.
It didn't look like it.
I think Højbjerg was just trying to save face there.
Goal kick.
He should have put it on target.
Damn, if he keeps it on the ground even.
Yeah, just get on the net. Maybe he could force a mistake like Hugo committed from Ramsdale.
Something.
Always just got to get on target. That's the first step.
You get the sense, though, our chances are like half.
Shit. Okay. Jesus, another header there.
It's kind of tame.
Easy save for Hugo, but still too easy to create.
They're getting some good crosses into the box. He's offside anyway.
Yeah, they would have reviewed it.
He's offside.
So I think that we'll definitely get more chances. The thing is, we also are vulnerable at the back and can easily concede a third before we are able to take any of those chances.
Agreed.
So we're gonna have to take our chance soon.
I think we're gonna need to bring on another midfielder.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Basuma is one of those guys that can be on regardless.
Kane's offside. Flag didn't go on. Oh.
Guess not.
Wide open game here.
Which is not good for us.
No, we're in trouble.
They're getting a lot of freedom now.
Listen, we're seasoned Spurs fans. We do not expect good results at the Emirates. We would love one. We always sign up for expecting hey, anything could happen, but
all right, Perisic with a dangerous ball with no takers. And I mean, the performance hasn't been terrible. It's been decent enough. So
I don't think it's the game's still in the balance.
Yeah, exactly. And we've had worse performances this season, and also last season trip to the Emirates under Nuno was god awful. So
yeah, this is already better than that, right?
But I want to get something out of the game. Oh man, Emerson was just a terrible tackle.
I mean, he's a liability. You got to bring him off.
Oh shit, he got sent off. Well, that guy's a fucking clown, man.
Wow.
Emerson's a fucking clown.
Sent off. He's trash.
Emerson's... That's got to be it for his Tottenham career. I'm sorry.
He's never playing again.
Yeah, he's got to go. You can't get sent off in North London Derby. It's a bad tackle. Right, stamp on the ankle.
A red?
It's borderline. Yeah, I mean, Graham Celtics, it's a yellow. Hopefully they review it and give it a yellow for our sake.
Oh my god.
I see
a red for that?
He's not even close.
I definitely think it's a yellow, but a straight red for that?
I mean, we knew Anthony Taylor was in the ref's pocket from the start. I mean, and Arsenal's
alright, well, this game's over now, but that's absurd. Never play again.
Regardless of the challenge, this should be the end of his Tottenham career.
They don't even go. They don't even go to VAR for that. That's poor. Listen, I don't want to. I don't want to be like Mr. Ref complainer guy. But that was really bad. That is really bad. Emerson never play again though, but that's really bad. What is that call?
I mean,
I mean, I've seen so much worse given not even a yellow for that.
I understand like the way the game is ref these days.
But why is that not going to? Why is he not looking at that?
And honestly, to me, it just goes back to even picking Emerson in the first place.
No, he's trash. He's the liability of our team, no doubt about it. We all knew this, but it's way more apparent when he's giving out red cards.
The one thing we can say is that we do have the
It's
personnel.
a stupid foul, Richard, but it's not a red. And you know that. You know it's not a red. If an Arsenal player gets called for that, we would sit here and say that's not a red. I think it's a yellow. I think it's a straight yellow. If it was his second yellow, I would even buy it. But like straight red for that, it wasn't that high, and it looked like he was off balance. Didn't look like that intentional. I'm not giving him a red for that. But either way, Emerson is foolish. He's a liability. He looks like a clown out there. He's just relying on shithousery so much out there. He doesn't have any actual ability. So
we're not even really sure he's Brazilian.
Whatever. Maybe this will wake Conte up and stop playing Emerson.
It has to. It has.
You got to give Spence a chance now. You have to.
Well, I'm sure Doherty will play the next game, but Emerson should go right to the bottom of the pecking order.
I mean, you keep it at 2-1 long enough, anything is possible.
That's what I was going to say. The one thing we do have the personnel that can play with 10 guys just because we have those 3 dangerous guys up top that can just counter on anybody at any time.
Thank you, Richard. He said, I'd say it's orange. I'd be angry to get a red as an Arsenal fan. True. Thank you. That's it. That's the fact. That's the only thing I would say. It is a bad challenge, stupid challenge, but I think in this type of game, giving that a straight red is just the referee doing too much. But hey, that's my take, and I am a Tottenham fan, so if you want to say it's biased, I'll completely be okay with that. Here come Arsenal again. Saka trying to get on his left foot, and he misses it wide.
We're going to have to withstand some kind of avalanche.
Sessegnon looks like he's coming on for Tottenham here.
Yeah, I wonder who's taken out, though.
Can you take off Emerson twice? Can we bring Emerson back on just to stand there and come off again?
Yeah. Just to get ridiculed by all sides of the ground.
He's never playing. I mean, he can't play again.
That's what I'm saying.
Both of our losses this season, if this goes down as a loss, which there's a lot of time left, anything could happen. But both of our losses this season, Emerson was at the forefront of just being a huge reason why.
Oh,
that's a goal.
Fuck off.
There we go.
Yeah,
Xhaka. And that's game
over.
That is game, folks. Emerson Royale, red card, ruins the whole team. Everyone else in shambles now.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. I mean, once the red card came in, this was over. It wasn't looking good.
Hope we could survive a little bit longer.
I mean, yeah, but
that's a shame. Now we just got to not get hammered.
Lloris gives it back to them a lot, Chad, but this is just
too easy. Too much space. Look, Granit Xhaka just fucking stepped around Eric Dyer. Like, how sad is that? Where are you going, Dyer?
Yeah. Defending has been shocking. Good shot from Xhaka. It's 3-1 Arsenal.
He's playing well.
We're not shocked here, folks. We're not shocked. We were hoping for a draw. When a guy gets sent off, we all know how that goes. I'm gonna complain about that red card for a while, but I don't think that we can complain about being behind. In general, we were behind before the red card, but now the scoreline probably reflects, and it could get worse. It could get worse.
That's the thing you gotta fear now is getting a thrashing.
I mean, when you get a red card like that, and you're playing with 5. But who knows, you know? Well, when the fucking midfield is and Højbjerg thinks he has hours on the ball, actual disgrace.
Højbjerg's been awful today.
Yeah, he's not good enough for me.
Just a bad time to have absolute shit.
Here's another goal.
Oh, almost an own goal.
Nick Viggs, what's
we're
up?
Making a quad sub.
4 substitutions.
Quad sub.
I love this. Let's go. Get everyone off.
Tell Conte
Doherty,
Basuma,
Sessegnon, and who was the last one? Sanchez. Oh, God.
Probably should take Dyer out after that last play. That was fucking god-awful. Xhaka
Romero hasn't been good either. I'm sorry.
None of them have, really. Long Lay's been the best one.
Yeah, I agree. They're just passing through the midfield like they're not even there.
Højbjerg and Bentancur probably both should go off, especially Højbjerg.
Well,
and I like Højbjerg, but this is
going to be the big. This is going to be the most we've seen Yves Bissouma in a Tottenham shirt. So we're just going to play it out, you know?
Yeah.
3-1.
I think
3-1 Arsenal. They've been the better side. No, I'm not. It's so early in the season too. So if you're gonna get battered, this is why it's always not a big deal to lose at the Emirates, in my opinion. Like we lost last year and got destroyed.
And got.
But when this is a red card, like an orange card, like Richard said earlier.
Hey Nick, shout out Nick Viggs.
Yeah, Nick Viggs said Mike and Moose. Let's LFG. If you're popping in for a second, give us a like. Come on, 2 Tottenham fans watching it. We're taking it on the chin here.
Yeah.
Pause. And you're gonna have to respect that.
Sucking it up. At least have some pity on us.
I mean, come on. That red card was suspect. I think Arsenal probably still win the game without the red card.
2-2 was in play, but
I don't even know. Like I don't even know if that was in play. But you know what? It's hard to say after something like that.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're super dangerous.
This feels like it's gonna be 4-1 any second.
Get the 4 subs in. If these 4 subs do anything at all in this game, then they should be starting next game. Højbjerg has been horrendous.
Yeah, it's been a terrible game for him. I hope he's the midfielder that comes off here because he's been god awful. I wouldn't have taken off Longley. He's the only reason it's not 4-1.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he could play in a back.
So we've seen Romero and Dyer both get skinned.
I don't want to hear. Listen, I don't want to slag off a Spurs player too prematurely, but
straight up damage limitation.
One thing I want to say to the Spurs community.
Oh yeah, this is just straight up damage limitation. He's taking off all forwards.
Yeah.
Except for Kane.
Romero is not that guy yet. He could be, and I love him. He has not had a good season.
He's still young. We forget sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had a big
bully.
This is only his first basically full season in the Premier League. He was hurt a lot last year, but I don't want to see people start anointing him that early yet. I mean, you got to earn respect. He's had some shaky performances. You want to blame the midfield or other people?
Man.
Fine.
Oh my God. Oh. To recap, for those that maybe aren't watching the actual game, we just took off 2 of our forwards and put on 2 more defenders, basically.
Tottenham just made 4 subs. So we're basically
just playing damage limitation here.
Yeah, we're putting on warm bodies to run and make things difficult.
Yeah, and not even trying to score anymore.
I mean, yeah, it's not looking good. We took off two of the main goal scorers. Yep. This is pretty much a trading session.
More wing backs.
Trading session for the remainder. I'm not crying though. Like I thought I'd be a little bit more upset. I think the worst part about losing in football, soccer, is a last minute goal.
I'm more upset. Like we were gonna lose this game, but I'm upset that they're top of the table right now.
Not worried about them being top of the table.
I mean, the longer it goes on, like, the more nervous you get.
Let them have it. It's week 7 or whatever. I'm not worried about with the long run. Probably Manchester City wins anyway, so whatever. But I am worried. I don't like games where we have to sit here and say, oh, well, if Emerson doesn't get a red card. Because I would like to just evaluate the performance on a whole and not have to say, oh, well, 2-2 could have happened. The red card changed the game. I don't think that's a red card. Again, I still don't. I still don't think that's a red card. I don't see a reason why it was. I'm happy Emerson got sent off in the long run because I don't see how you could trust him in any big game moving forward. He's basically Brazilian Serge Aurier. If you're a Tottenham fan, you know what that means. I think Serge Aurier actually had a little bit more quality on the ball.
Yeah, I would take Serge Aurier in a heartbeat over Emerson.
There's nothing going on here.
Our second forward is Bentancur, so he's actually not playing forward, but he's the furthest one up there with Kane. Hey,
Kane obviously gets called for that. If you're popping in for a second, hit that like button, subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subs, and if I can hit 20 I would like to hit 20 likes on the first football video. Send this to someone, say hit the thumbs up from my man. I appreciate it. The more people that hit the like button, the more randoms that see it, and that's how we get a snowball effect.
The more kind
that's
of
what I read. That's what I read. Adel and I are probably gonna have to really nurse the pain with these Bud Lights as soon as this game is over as well. But I'm not I'm not crippled with pain here. I'm just a little disappointed in the fact.
Disappointing.
It's disappointing, but I'm more disappointed in the red card.
The red.
And even if you want to say it is a straight red, fine. I'm just disappointed it happened because it does ruin the game. Obviously you want to say Rob Holding had a red card in the last game, fine. He got 2 yellows, which is almost just more dumb. Emerson just one sticks a leg out, steps on a guy's back of a guy's heel. All right, it looks bad in slow motion. Everything looks bad in slow motion. I don't think it was a full stomp. I've seen higher ankle stomps before go unnoticed. So in this type of game, disappointing that gets called. But you know what? Hopefully Antonio Conte. Good idea, John. Give us some picks. Let's look at the slate right now. We're still going to look at the game here that's live because this is a Tottenham Arsenal stream. Yeah. But let's get some Premier League picks.
A lot of Arsenal dominating possession, as you would imagine.
Arsenal fans, if you came here for tears, you came to the wrong place. But I will say,
we'll give you credit.
Great performance from your whole team. To be honest with you, other than Gabriel giving up that penalty, I think you guys probably would have a clean sheet right now. Right?
Yeah, for sure. And overall they played pretty well.
Emerson Royale is the worst player on the pitch 90% of the time. No, I'm not even joking.
For me today, it has to be Højbjerg. I think he was
No.
2 out of 10.
Højbjerg was terrible, but I also just don't think he could play in a midfield too. I just don't think he's quality enough. And a game against Arsenal where they're going to have a lot of possession against most people.
We have to say that Partey and Xhaka absolutely dominated our midfield today, so credit to them.
But the thing is, I feel like we get dominated in the midfield by most teams, and we kind of expected to be sitting back and trying ready to break. My thing is, if you're playing in a wing back system like Conte loves and needs to play in, and you continuously put emphasis on Emerson Royale, who's always going to have the most space, who's always going to have to do a job defensively. The wing backs have such a huge role in this system.
Better. We need to do much better than Emerson Royale.
Emerson Royale is not good enough. Yeah. He's really not good enough, and that's really what it comes down to today. That being said, Arsenal fans, I tip my cap. You guys were a better team today. I do wish you guys won without a suspect red card, so then I could just flat out give you the full 100% better team, better performance, all that jazz. Do I think if this stays 2-1 for a few more minutes, it gets a little dicey? And we keep 11 men, I do think it gets a little bit hairy. You know what I mean? Because that's the way our season has gone.
We would have had chances.
All right, but let's get to the rest of the slate because it's a long day. It's 9:00 in the morning, Adam. Most of the time we're still sleeping.
Just to quickly answer your question, Richard.
All right, let's read it. Are you overall happy with Lloris as your keeper, not just this game?
So if you had asked me before this season, I was saying that it was time to look towards the future and get in a new number one that's much younger. But the way that Hugo started the season was great, and he was one of our best players, and he saved a lot of points for us at the beginning of the game, or beginning of the season. But we definitely need to look towards the future and get in the future number one at this club, because we've gotten a lot of backups over the years that are just like over 35 years old. So we need to find a real number one.
Yeah, and I'm kind
for next season.
I'm a little bit more aggressively not a Lloris. Harry Kane hits the wall because he always does on free kicks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit more anti-Lloris in that I just never... It's almost like when he makes a big save, I'm surprised. And when he fumbles it, I'm kind of like more...
You knew that was gonna happen.
You know what I mean? And I know maybe that's the feeling a lot of people get with their keepers. But I feel like Lloris, whenever he's performing well, it's when it's a reflex save or just like instincts. Whenever he has time to think on the ball, makes mistakes.
Definitely never good.
Slow ball in the air, something that's like he has a time to think. Do I go punch it? Do I go catch it?
Yeah.
Shots from deep that we saw him fumble today, that's coming from a wild way out. He sees it coming in, and then he's kind of in between on what I'm supposed to do. Should I punch? Should I catch? That thought process, when he has time to think, I think
that's when he gets in trouble.
And if you go back and look at the World Cup, which everyone likes to point at, the reason France didn't have a clean sheet in the World Cup is because of Hugo Lloris. Yeah. A shocking blunder, and if France didn't win that World Cup, he would not be able to play for France ever again.
If that blunder happened again in the final against Croatia, if his blunder happened when the game was like 1-1, that would have been like the worst mistake in the history of football, you could say.
Yeah, the one thing I will say, like, and I'm not slacking him off. He's not the worst keeper in the world. He's not terrible, all that stuff. But he makes saves he'll make wonder saves.
Right.
And then he'll make the simple play look difficult.
Exactly, as we saw earlier in this game.
He's one of these keepers that he can make a save that very few keepers can make in the world, if any, sometimes. And then you'll watch him be like, I can make that. I could have dealt with that better. So that alone just makes me think like, and the fact that he's, like you said, he's aging, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
But let's get into the rest of the slate. Arsenal fans, congratulations. If you score another one, congratulations. You're playing against a 10-man Tottenham side at home, who have nothing left, to be honest. They took off two of their best attackers.
They just damaged limitation here.
All right, so the 10 a.m. slate, the game of the slate is probably Liverpool-Brighton, right? Or Palace-Chelsea.
So I'm not sure what to expect with Brighton anymore now that Potter's gone from their club. I'm not even, to be honest, I'm not even sure.
There's always that interim manager first game.
Yeah, but Potter was just a perfect manager for them.
Yep.
Like they were passing teams around, passing teams off the park. So
yep.
I'm not really sure what they're going to look like in their first game without.
And they're
Potter.
playing against him.
No, they're playing Liverpool.
Oh yeah, Brighton's playing Liverpool. My bad. I was looking at Chelsea. Crystal Palace, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think the Palace are a live dog at home at Selhurst against Chelsea. If you're looking to like get a sneaky, cheeky bet in, and you want to see
Chelsea hasn't looked great.
Maybe a draw or Palace to nick one.
Yeah.
Potter's still early at Chelsea.
Yeah, and they just have their strikers have not been firing at all this season.
Yeah, Liverpool, Brighton. I think Liverpool win.
You always expect Liverpool to start picking it up.
I would go for a 3-1
when
Liverpool.
It's going to happen.
It's at Anfield. I would go for a 3-1 Liverpool probably. Maybe even
it's hard to say anything except a Liverpool win. It's just.
I mean, they need to win every game for the rest of the season if they're trying to achieve what their fans expect of them. So I think they win today. Although Brighton, not necessarily the first team you want to play out of.
Still quality team, regardless of the manager.
But coming out of international break as well,
Yeah.
I just think it's tough to play. Brighton are a tough team to play, and then we do have that interim manager situation where it's like any sport. You get a new coach.
Right.
That guy's going to be jacked up to try to prove something in that first game. Maybe he gets a rise out of the players.
Got something to prove.
Or he does something, maybe
person.
he surprises the opposing manager with just a little change or something like that can catch him out. So, but I wouldn't pick Brighton to win that game. Maybe you go over in that game or something like that.
Yeah, I could definitely see a few goals in that one.
Yeah.
Fair.
Bournemouth, Brentford. Probably go for a 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know what to say there.
If you want to bet 1-1.
Before the season, I thought Brentford was going to be in trouble, honestly. That second season syndrome, I find is kind of a real thing. But they've had performances where they've looked really good. Mm-hmm. And Tony's been one of the best players overall in the league this season thus far. So
I would take him at Spurs.
It's
as a backup.
Yeah,
or
Bournemouth
like an
obviously got
option.
hammered 9-0 in one game at Liverpool, so they look destined back for the championship.
I mean, it's pretty. Is it not pretty sad that Conte's reaction to going down 3-1 behind is we're just gonna not go down,
lose
not lose
4-1.
5-1.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, we just had to throw in the towel.
I don't. Yeah, I
10
don't.
men.
I almost don't blame him. But if he plays Emerson the first game back, well, first of all, next game we're
better
gonna.
not.
No, it's gonna be Doherty next
No,
game.
he has three games without him now.
3?
If it's a straight red,
Oh.
if the straight red is like
I thought it was 2. All right,
upheld, I think it's 3.
Ah, that's-
Maybe they changed it. To
all right. If it's a straight red for 3, then
I mean, Doherty's gonna get the first chance,
he
but
can't.
he just can't go back to him ever. Maybe in a Carabao Cup
Is Europe?
fixture.
Are we back in Europe this week?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if
Let's
we're
look it
back
up.
in Europe or we
Let's
have
look it up.
Prem next week. I feel like
All
they
right,
are.
play
They
Frankfurt on Tuesday.
oh yeah, so he's probably gonna play there because he's not suspended for that.
All right, well, I want to see Jed Spence soon.
But,
I
yeah.
really do. There's no way Jed Spence can't do what Emerson did today. He could easily get sent off and get skinned multiple times. That's all Emerson did today,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what Jed
Not put in
Spence
one
could have
good
done.
cross.
Jed Spence, there was this big, long, drawn-out negotiation with Middlesbrough all summer long. It's time to play him, Antonio.
Yeah. Well,
he's
see-
a live athlete. And there's videotape of him performing better against Arsenal than what Emerson did today. So
The thing also is
poor
that
touch from Doherty.
yeah,
Doherty
that doesn't
stinks
look great.
too.
Con-
Doherty's actually a clever passer, though. That's what I will say.
and he likes to get into the box. And
That's
hey,
a yellow.
The thing
Yellow.
also going back to Spence is that Conte is like come out and said that wasn't his signing. The club just wanted him. So
I agree,
he's probably
but
gonna be more hesitant
my thing
to
is just
play.
like I agree with that, and that's fine. He's not my right back.
Yeah.
That's what Conte's saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just evaluate your options. We can all see Emerson is a liability brain wise. Like you could just
Right.
see that all the light bulbs are not
Right.
on for Emerson, and that's just a problem.
That's how you end up in situations like this.
We will get to the college
3-1
football
at your
slate.
place.
We'll stick around. I'm gonna talk college football. I'm actually on a little bit of a heater for college football.
Oh,
but,
let's go.
But for now, it's so early in the day. We got time.
We have tears to
Yeah.
shed.
I mean, Oliver Skip's playing. I like that. He wins the ball back and then gives it right back. But
Yeah.
hey,
And they got okay.
I like Oliver Skip, man. He might be the guy we have to play over Hoiberg.
To be fair, since he made the 4 subs, we haven't conceded. So
I mean, yeah, we're parking the bus. Romero's our furthest man forward right now.
yeah, Romero just wants to score for some reason today.
I mean, that's what I do like about Romero. He's one of those. He's kind of like what I was saying about Richarlison, is that he doesn't want the game take him. He's going to try to at least impose
Right.
himself on it.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
Romero's a big bully. No,
Like even if he's going to make a mistake, it's going to be because he's overly aggressive, not because he was passive or something
Yeah.
like that. Which I can respect.
which you have to accept with.
You could maybe blame him for that second goal, maybe a little bit.
So looking at the initially when I saw it, I thought he had a chance to clear it, but when I saw the replay, the ball just went through Hugo's hands. Like, he could have easily picked it up.
I mean, he wasn't expecting the keeper to spill that,
Yeah.
and also.
Well, yeah, the initial
He's got the whole
ricochet-
face of the goal wide open
Right.
there. Any
Right.
type of heavy touch, and that's going in.
Right. The initial ricochet, I think, was coming at him quick, but the touch after that, Hugo had it, could have easily picked it up, but it went right through his hands, and then Jesus was quicker to react.
The referees are trying to walk out of the Emirates today with all their
I mean,
belongings and all their
yeah.
body parts intact. Let's be honest. Referees have a little bit spoiled this game. I'm
Anthony Taylor
not
has
going to
been
be
good.
that guy though. I'm not going to start huffing and puffing and complaining like we deserve more out of this game. We did not. But I mean, come on. Even Arsenal fans, wouldn't you say you guys are probably? Trust me, you're happy. You're sitting on a 3-1. You're going to get a win in North London Derby, no problemo, so you're not complaining at all. But I think you win this game pretty comfortably with 11 men on the field for Spurs. I didn't get the vibe that we were scoring from open play today.
Yeah, it just removed every doubt though.
Yeah, it did.
As long as it's 2-1, you have a chance.
Took the
you know?
steam right out of the game. Guys, let's hit that like button. Send it to somebody right now. Say like this for my friend. We're trying to get as close to 20 as possible. This is what I hear. We're hitting the like goal. Get to 20. Arsenal fans, show some love as well. I mean, we keep it real. Who knows? If enough we get enough viewers, enough people liking the soccer streams, we'll do a random game like Arsenal something, and we'll be fair, but we'll still be Tottenham fans. Don't get it wrong.
We call it like we see it, though.
We're not hiding anything, and that's how you get through
That's
it.
the great thing about betting. If you don't like the team and you can still profit off of them, we'll play it fair.
I mean, gotta be honest, yeah, like. Neither of us were willing to go as far as betting on Spurs today.
Oh yeah, no, that was never gonna happen.
No
we were
shot.
never gonna win this game.
No, we were hoping for a point.
We win at the Emirates
I think a
once
point
every
was in
15
play.
years.
I would have given us a shot at a point without the red card, but it's hard to say we would have won the game by any stretch of the imagination. If you're still hanging out with us, we appreciate it. 3-1 game. Let's go to the college football slate because this is a wrap.
Yeah.
Let me give you my instant morning reactions, looking at the slate. What do we have in front of us?
I'm surprisingly pleased that Arsenal kind of took their foot off the gas and didn't hammer us, to be honest.
3-1 will look flattering.
Yeah.
The problem with the Premier League is everyone will start overreacting to every result. So now Arsenal are the best team in the universe,
Well,
and we're trash. But in
Not that we're
reality,
trash.
like
That.
every single year, something like this happens. They beat us at the Emirates. We beat them at our stadium later in the season.
Yeah, that's how it's
And
gone.
it's a trade-off, and then you look at it, both teams are pretty much dead even at the end of the season. But listen, Arsenal this year have played better. They played better football. I like the way they're playing. You're not gonna hear any sour grapes from me today. Like when you get outplayed and your team's not good enough, that's when you look internally. You don't start blaming other people. You don't start saying
Oh shit.
You don't start still making excuses. You look internally and say what went wrong.
Tierney had a rip there.
So let's do quick play ratings right now.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
We can clip this later and put it
What
out.
do you got for
All right, Hugo Lloris 2. 3. Let's give him
I
a
was
3.
gonna say 3.
3. Let's
two
be
is a
fair.
little harsh.
I'm giving him a
2.
2 or a 3.
Definitely below average, especially on that second goal.
You can't be giving up that
Conceded
second
3
goal in a
goals.
You can't be giving up that second goal in a North London
Yeah.
derby. You're the captain of the team. Listen, everyone loves him, and you can listen to other Tottenham channels, which I do, and I listen to everything, and I see everything, and I see a lot of people trying to go to bat for Lloris all the time. He's solid. Let's not gas him up more than he is. He's liable to mistakes in big moments. Like I spoke earlier, he could have cost France a World Cup. He wouldn't be able to go to his home country.
Oh my god.
And he cost us today a goal. No doubt about it. Cost us a goal today. All right, let's move on. Emerson Royale. Let's go to Emerson Royale.
It has to be a 1.
0 or 1
Yeah, it
for
has to be a
Emerson
0.
Royale.
We can argue whether the foul should have been a red card or not. The fact is the ref gave a red card, and he was crap before that. Jesus was skinning him. He didn't get any really good crosses, so and then the red card just made everything worse. So you have to give him
Nothing else to be said. If he starts the first game he's eligible to come back,
Yeah, that's a problem.
that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem, and I know everyone will just back Conte, and I'm that guy too. He knows more than me. January, then they need to address it, or Spence needs to play. Doherty isn't that guy either. As he gets the ball and just retreats backwards.
It's definitely our biggest
Right wing back is an absolute calamity.
Doherty just
look at this pass for Doherty just crossed it to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I hope they score. so that we can rule off 2 right
So
back.
then we could just say you have to play
my
Spence
God.
next game. Doherty just put in a perfect cross to an Arsenal player inside
Like
the 18.
Doherty just did something that they would not.
Like at
Your
5
fourth
years
grader,
old,
yeah.
they literally tell you never pass across the middle.
Never
Never
clear
ever
the
pass
ball
across
the middle of your
Yeah.
own 6-yard box. And Matt Doherty just tried to. I guess he thought he was on offense maybe for a second. He was playing left wing back because he just crossed it right to an Arsenal player. Not really. All right, so let's move on. What is it? Right center back, Christian Romero.
For 4, was definitely below average. Wasn't his best. Also got skinned a couple times. Also was involved in that second goal. I mean, he did make a couple forward runs and he was aggressive at times, but no, we conceded 3 goals.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4 as well. I thought he was, like you said, he tries, and he's not afraid to step up and press someone and try to get a foot in, and he often wins the ball back. But I think as he plays more in the Premier League, I think he needs to start to wisen up on when to be aggressive and when to be cheeky and when to sit back and stuff like that. But yeah, not a good performance from the whole defense. So I don't expect we're not going to be getting anybody any high grades today, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Can't when you lose 3-1 to your biggest rival.
Center back Eric Dyer.
Also got absolutely skinned just for the fact that Xhaka skinned him so bad on his goal. We're talking about Granit Xhaka, who's played well, but still.
I don't think
I gotta give him 3.
I don't want to give him a bailout
3.
because Xhaka did go around him and score, but it wasn't a skinning to me. It
Not
was
a
more
skin, but
Dyer was out of position, retreating back,
yeah.
And then Xhaka got it on his left foot. The only thing that bothers me there about Dyer is you have to be ready for Xhaka to try to get it on his left foot there.
Yeah,
you just game's about to end, by the way. We're in the 93rd
it's about
minute.
To be full time here.
So,
and 3-1 honestly isn't as bad as it could have been.
3-1 is flattering. 3-1 is flattering. We don't think anybody played well. We don't think anybody performed well today, but we're not crying about it. We just genuinely think the red card made it tough. The performance wasn't good enough, but the red card definitely just put the knife right in the back of the game. Left center back Clement Longley.
I think he was the best defender. I'm gonna have to go to 5 for him.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll give him a 5 too. I thought he was putting a foot in. I thought when he was on the ball, I think that's the most redeeming quality with Clement Longley. I think he will sit. He's patient on the ball and doesn't panic and knows how to play the ball to the midfielders.
Didn't put a foot wrong compared to our other 2 defenders.
So would you say he's the best player for Spurs today, Longley?
Well,
maybe Richarlison in the first half.
I would say Kane. Richarlison have an argument. Kane wasn't god
All right, we'll
off.
get there.
Kane
We'll get there. I'm just thinking. I think Longley, Spurs arguing with Anthony
Taylor.
Taylor
It's about the red card.
The red card is poor. Can we get some opinions?
We can rate Anthony Taylor as well.
Yeah, but can we get some opinions in the chat? If you're still hanging with us, we really appreciate it. Make sure you throw a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Send it to somebody. If you know somebody who likes Arsenal, Tottenham, either or, send them the stream. Tell them to look back at the goal spots. But yeah. Anthony Taylor kind of put the game on ice with that red card, and I think it's a yellow. When you're in between on a yellow and a red, give the yellow,
right.
look at the card,
Don't
look at the
ruin the
VAR, and then deal with if it's a straight red, it's a straight red. But it didn't look egregious.
No, he wants a free pint every time he goes near the Emirates.
I mean, he wants to get out of there alive. I don't blame him.
Part of the...
all right, so we move on to left wing back Ivan Perisic.
Pretty anonymous. He had, normally he's very involved getting crosses into the box, but I think he was more focused on defensive duties with Saka.
Yep.
He did get into the box one time and probably should have got that shot on target. So I'm gonna go with 4.
All right, I agree with the 4 for Perisic. Anonymous seemed like he was kind of on skates a little bit. They were just getting a ton of crosses into the box. I don't think they created as many chances as you would think they should have, but. They definitely did enough. Definitely did enough to win. And Perisic, I thought he had one opportunity to at least test Ramsdale in the first half. And that's kind of what I expect from him. If he's not, I don't expect from him to be the best defender in the world, but when he gets into positions like that, you expect him to be clinical or at least test the keeper or at least have some quality in those moments. And the fact that he looked kind of like Ryan Sessegnon would have looked like in that moment kind of bothered me. So I'm good with the 4. I would even maybe think about a 3. I thought he was really struggling on that side.
He just didn't touch. He had very few touches throughout the game.
All right, moving on to the midfield. Let's go with Rodrigo Bentancur. What would you give him?
Bentancur, not saying much, but he was the better of the 2, and I'm going to say that and give him a 3. And he broke up some plays, made some blocks, didn't really try to get involved a little bit offensively, but passing was not there. Got dominated by the combo of Partey and Xhaka, so
I agree. The midfield, I just think we discussed this during the game. I think the midfield of Tottenham, and we'll get to Højbjerg in a second, the players we have, you want to like them, and they do a job against lesser opponents, or even sometimes they could do a job in an equal ground or at home or something like that. But in this formation, when you have 2 midfielders, you need Rolls-Royce midfielders, guys who can defend, guys who can get forward, guys who can... I don't think Arsenal necessarily have that. I think Thomas Partey is a little bit more well-rounded in that sense. But
Definitely better than R2. that we
yeah,
had
yeah.
out
Like
there.
I think we need to go all in, and we just bought Basuma,
Right.
which makes
Might
me
be time
question
to give
again:
him a
is
chance.
he a Conte player, or is he a Levy buy or Paratici opportunity that they said, well, we just need a midfielder. It's a decent price. We'll get him in.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'd rather not get a Basuma and wait a year or wait till January and get some funds in and spend big money on one player that Conte wants to play. I think part of the issue with a lot of these signings are they're guys that fringe guys. They're fringe guys, and in a pinch, Conte still doesn't trust them. The thing that bothers me is he still trusts Emerson Royale.
Yeah.
So, all right.
He needs to use. We bought those guys. Like we made all these business for a reason. So I think maybe you gotta give Basuma a start and just see what he has. At this
Yeah,
point.
I mean,
Can't be any worse. than what
you
we
got to
just saw.
rotate the squad as well. I'm sure I didn't watch, but I'm sure Hoiberg and Bentancur are playing for country the whole time
Højbjerg
during these
definitely
breaks.
did. I know
I don't know. I'm pretty sure
Bentancur.
Bentancur probably will be as well for Uruguay. He's
Yeah.
definitely getting on the field. So like these guys are playing a lot. You need to rotate the squad. The midfield is overrun often in these games.
Yep.
We coming off a 6-2 against Leicester. I think Leicester might be the worst team in the Premier League right now.
Definitely
At least their
worst
defense.
defense.
Yeah, their
Yeah,
defense
that's
is
why.
shocking. So, yeah, John, bad touches on attack. I don't see the attack just really didn't have a chance to even like prove themselves wrong to me, because by the time the second half started, we conceded, and then the red card happened so quickly after that. It was just a wrap. Second half was a nightmare. But my grade for Bentancur, I'll give him a 4. Nothing special, but I do think he throws himself about a little bit, and I think he's there in most games, and I don't think he's nervous or like makes too many like passive errors like we've been talking about. Højbjerg to me is next, and I know you said he was your worst player on the pitch.
Well, he was until the Emerson red card, but I'm still giving Højbjerg a 2. His passing was just woeful today. Didn't really put himself about as much as he normally does. Didn't get involved in the attack at all. And yeah, he was just mostly
I'm
just
giving
the
him a
passing
2.
was
I'm giving him a
awful.
2 as
So
well.
gotta get 2.
I'm giving him a 2 as well.
So many giveaways in the midfield.
Giveaways, laziness. I think a lot of his thing is he puts all of his effort in onto the defensive end. Then when he gets the ball, he's just trying to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Whereas he should be, taking his time, comfortable, making the right reads, making the right passes. He's just not that guy. I love him. He's more of a warrior. He's someone you go into a foxhole with, but is he someone you come out at top with? I don't know if that's the guy you come out with. I'll agree. I'll give him a 2 as well. I thought he was poor today. One of the worst players for Tottenham. But again, I don't think this formation does these two midfielders any justice. I just don't think they're good enough.
They're on an island at times.
I just don't think they're the athlete. They're both good athletes, not great athletes. They're both good on the ball, not great on the ball. They're both not really good going forward. So I just don't think in a 3-5 or not a 3-5-2, but in a 5-2-3, right? Is that what we're running?
Yeah, I mean,
Essentially,
if you consider the wing backs.
I don't consider them
forwards,
midfielders when you don't have the ball.
Yeah.
When you don't
They didn't attack at
so
all.
here's another thing, right? This is a nice little tactician thing that I have always noticed that people will tell you, and they'll act like the midfield, like the wing backs act as midfielders, but that only happens when you have possession of the ball for a large portion of the game, and your midfield is winning it back. Your wing backs are pressing up and winning it back. When you're sitting back, soaking up pressure, your wing backs are just sitting in the corners defending wingers. They're just essentially defenders. So it depends on the script of the game. You can, in your ideal world,
call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
But
In your ideal world, it's a
if they're
3-4-3.
If they're not attacking, then it's a 5 at the back.
Yeah, in your ideal world, you can call it a 3-4-3. Maybe when you're playing like in the Conference League, it's a 3-4-3. But when you have to play Arsenal at the Emirates, you have to think
5.
those guys are defending a lot.
Because Perisic didn't even get forward, like we were saying.
Yeah,
Perisic
he had
is
one
normally
opportunity.
one of our most forward thinkers, but he had one chance. He normally is getting 5 crosses a game. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't think he crossed it once that I can remember. Maybe.
What did I give Emerson? A 2?
I think so.
I'm giving Emerson a 2, and then I'm going to have to give Højbjerg a 3, but it's just barely. I still think Emerson was the worst person on the field today and on the pitch, whatever you want to call it, if you want to get upset about that. But
Depends who our viewers are.
Exactly.
Pitch for the English viewers.
all right,
Fields
let's
for the
speed through
American
this. Let's go into the attack. Richarlison.
Richarlison, up there, he's a contender for man of the match. Ran about, always was competing for the goal that we did score. He's the one that won the ball back and drew the penalty. Like, can't fault his determination, his tenacity. He didn't get the ball enough. No one forward did. So
Yeah.
I'm between a 5 and a 6. I'll go 6.
I'm gonna go with a 5. Yeah, I think we got to give him a 5. No goals, no assists. Technically, you can give him the assist on the penalty, but I don't think anybody deserves a 6 today, to be honest with you. So maybe Kane, because I did think Kane looked.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but I'm giving him a 6 just because he ran himself ragged,
Okay.
and for that penalty, even though it won't count as an assist, he did win the ball back when he did.
And when you factor in the amount of time he was actually on the pitch, which was like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
A large portion of that he felt his presence and he was tracking back and doing his thing. So yeah, I'll give Richie a 5, and that's a good 5. That's a hard 5. Like I thought he was
5.5.
Yeah,
so
we could round up. Yeah, 5.5. All right, let's move on to Youngmin Son, left wing.
Fairly anonymous again. Again, for our one bright attack, the penalty, he was involved, but his final ball, there was couple occasions where he had a runner with him, but his final ball was too hard, too strong, and the attack broke down. So, and other than that, pretty anonymous. Pretty much what we saw before that Leicester game. So I'm gonna go 4.
Yeah, I'll go with a 4 as well. I thought he was dangerous in the first half. Like he looked like he could have something about. Like he didn't look completely anonymous or somebody who didn't know what he was doing. But again, he did have opportunities to play. Like even on the play leading up to the penalty, we talked about this before. He kind of had a heavy pass into Richarlison, which should have been, if you weight that correctly, it should be a shot, a goal or a shot on goal at the very least. So yeah, I'm good with the 4 on Son. Nobody played great today, but again, the red card really is bringing these scores back a lot, because I just think after that it was very difficult for any of them to do anything but defend.
The game was over after that, but at the same time, they didn't exactly put themselves in a great light before that.
And again, for the millionth time, if there was no red card, if Anthony Taylor did not make that decision, gives Emerson a yellow, and that game continues to go on the way it was, and Arsenal still win 3-1, then I would just feel a lot more complete in that I can say Arsenal were better. We were poor. Everyone stunk. Like I could go on one of those rants.
Which was true for 60 minutes anyway, but
it wasn't egregious. It wasn't like we were ready to throw our hands up in the air.
Our performance was decent up until then.
I mean, Partey scored a worldie.
Yeah.
Great goal in the first half. The second goal was kind of trash.
A little dangerous.
The second goal to me is the one that really bothers you.
That was a sucker punch, because that one was so avoidable. If you go,
we might have to downgrade Lloris. What did I give him, a 3?
Well, you gave him a 2.
I gave him a 2. All right, so Lloris might
made a couple saves other than that.
Lloris and Emerson to me are the 2 reasons Spurs lost this game. To me, those are.
Well, that second goal was brutal.
Second goal you put on Lloris, third goal you put on Emerson, essentially for being wide open defensively, and then third goal. So all right, last one. We're not going to grade any of the subs, because I don't think any of them even deserve the grading.
All the subs, I will say, all the subs get average except for Doherty gets a point less just for that cross he put to the Arsenal
Jed
player
Spence
right
season. The suspense is killing me. I need to see the suspense. Yeah. I need Jed Spence to play one of the next 2 to 3 games. Please, Antonio Conte, just give him a chance. Who cares? I promise you, if you started Jed Spence today, it could not have been worse than what Emerson did. And Conte has to know that. He knows more than both of us combined.
This has to be the deciding. Like, we thought it couldn't get worse than the Sporting Lisbon game when the guy megged him and scored.
No.
But now, after Emerson gets a red card in our biggest game of the season, our most heated derby. And
here's my thing about Emerson.
Ends the game of the contest. Like, you have to, at this point, cut bait.
My thing about Emerson is he never looks like his full intention is just to be better than the other team at playing football. He always is either trying to, like,
win a
foul, just to tactically foul, or, like, do some lazy stuff that just, like, acts like he knows more. No, you don't. And then days like today where you get exposed for doing stuff like that.
When you play the World Cup, like, when you play the good teams, then that's what happens.
All right, Harry Kane, I'm going to go first. I'm going to give him a 5. I thought he was dangerous today. I thought the rest of the attack might have let him down a little bit, but I also think the midfield just doesn't. He's so dry of supply, and you can almost argue this is why the main reason, if I was him, it wouldn't be to go win a cheap trophy, because I don't believe in super team trophy winning. I believe in if he gets an FA Cup for Spurs 2 years from now, it'll mean more than getting a Champions League at Bayern.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll matter for him, because he won't be the center of the
Right.
stage. You know what I mean? When
Right.
you're that guy who gets it done
It's
for
about
that
the
team,
club. It's
exactly.
about the club winning the trophy. It'll
But-
feel so much better if we got one.
But his main argument for wanting to leave should be that he doesn't get enough service. His supply is
Yeah.
not good enough.
Yeah.
Because today he's the main service. Today's the exact example.
main distributor and the main recipient.
Exactly. The only chance we have of scoring is when he drops deep and one of the wingers just goes on a run, because the rest of the team, I just don't know what it is. The midfield isn't creative enough, like you said earlier, and they just don't have enough ideas. They kind of just want to get it to Kane and see what he does. That's how it feels. Get it to Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Let
Just
it
let him
it
spray
work.
the ball around as if he's like the creative midfielder, except he's the one that also needs to score the goals.
Yeah. All right, Conte.
Well, I'm
great.
just gonna say
Oh.
I also give Kane a 5 as well. He obviously scored the penalty and he had the flick to Son, which started that attack, which we won the penalty of. So, just for that alone, he would get a 5.
Yeah, and I thought his hold-up play was
Yeah.
decent. Saliba was chasing him around, and the center defense for Arsenal were trying to do their best. And again, the last 30 minutes of the game were a training session. There wasn't really a lot going on. Conte brought on 4 goons to defend, and it just pretty much sat back after that. So let's go on to Conte. Let's be very quick here because we are going a little bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Conte, I give him a 4. And just mainly because he continues to pick Emerson Royale, and I don't care, even if he doesn't rate Doherty and he doesn't rate Spence, when the other guy you've given plenty of opportunities is improving it, then you have to give someone else a chance. You have to. Today has to be the final straw for Emerson Royale, and if it's not, then I will continue to slate Conte for that alone.
Yeah, I'm with you, 4 for the reasons you mentioned with Emerson as well. Also, the decision after the 3rd goal. I know we had 10 men. I know the game's probably over, but to kind of surrender at that point is I don't know what to think of it right now. Like it's a little bit questionable to me. Like I know we had no chance of winning at that point, but you never want to show your biggest rival that you surrender, basically. So
I
that's a little bit
agree.
of a
That is
questionable
true.
decision.
Waving the white flag and saying this game's over. But you know what? It's kind of like in a way a Jedi mind trick, because he's not trying to give Mikel Arteta that satisfaction of saying like, yeah, we gave it our all and you guys blew our doors off today.
Yeah.
Once the red card came in and it started getting a little hairy, Conte said, all right, you got the win. Like it's in a way it's classy. It's kind of like a gentleman's salute.
Yeah.
But it's also saying like it's not going to be the same this time. And what I will say is no excuses, but no Dejan Kulusevski is huge. Like think about if Arsenal didn't have Bukayo Saka or Gabriel Martinelli today.
Yeah.
It's very similar in that regard. Not saying we didn't have 3 good attacking options on the pitch, but you know what I mean. We had Dejan Kulusevski is one of the top talents in Europe as a winger, young talents, and not having him as an option
He's a different type of winger too. He's not all about pace.
It only takes
skill.
one ball for Kulusevski to
Yeah.
get off of his left foot curled in, and Kane knocks it in and changes the whole landscape of a game.
Yeah.
And, he beats his man, crosses it to Kane, goal. That's how it works. So I'm not freaking out. I'm not saying it's an excuse, because I still think we had enough to at least get a point today if all things went well. But they did not. Arsenal, credit to Arsenal for that. Last grade, Anthony Taylor. I don't think there's much to say for this. I give him a 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say along the same line. The red card is debatable, but in general, I thought some of the foul calls were ticky tacky at best, and
It just wasn't consistent. There's so much contact throughout the game, and he's not giving yellows. He's not giving yellows. He's not giving yellows, and then I guess because it was Emerson. Emerson, this is what I mean about Emerson as well. He kind of puts a target on his back. He's always involved in close decisions and stuff like that.
not good enough. He put himself in that position.
Exactly. He tries to play mental warfare games with the referee, with his opponent, and just doesn't work in games like this, especially when the margins are so thin, and if you're a weak link, you're going to get found out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Adel, did you have a good time first stream?
The
game obviously
we
sucked.
disregard the result. Obviously, I had a good time being here as usual, but
All right.
I wish we could at least got a point out of it. But
Of course, we were hoping to dance on camera
weren't
today.
up
We were
to
hoping
it.
to throw each other around,
Yeah.
throw some high fives. But you know what? Credit to Arsenal. Good for them. Early in the season, we're not stressing about league position or anything like that. You want the bragging rights for the week, you got it. But that being said, if you guys like this video, if you guys like the soccer streams, breakfast with Mikey Hot Takes, and Adel, because Adel is a big football fan. So who knows? You guys like it enough, he will be back. If he likes it enough, he will be back. Like this video, share it, send the VOD out. If you have Arsenal fans in your life and they want to see our reaction, I think this is a good video to share. Or if you're a Tottenham fan, if you know Tottenham fans and you want to see the real cold hard truth, send this video your way. Like, subscribe. I will be back tomorrow by myself for the New York Football Giants against the Chicago Bears, 1 p.m. So that's all you need to know. A Giants stream. We're back tomorrow. We bounce back. A new team, new game, new day. And that's all you need to know. So like, subscribe. Thank you, Adel, for joining us. And thank you, everybody who showed up today. Arsenal fan, Tottenham fan, my friend, random person finding this. I appreciate it. We woke up early just to bring this to you. So I appreciate you guys doing the same and joining us. All right. And that is going to be it for us from the Mikey Hot Take Studios. Signing off. Peace.